Because this is what we not about to do. And I really don't give a damn about who says what and feels what and who come in here and who the hell don't. Because at the end of the day, what we not going to do is you're not about to sit up here and lie on me. Zio said that in his own damn live. Now you want to try to make it seem like I'm an op. You see what I'm saying? It's always the same shit. It's always the same shit. And this is why he's a sneaky motherfucker right there. And I'm not holding back nothing. Nigga dropped me from the live because he didn't want me to talk, because he wanted to lie on me. Because he wanted to lie on me. That's the truth. He wanted to lie on me. And that's fine. You sit over there and you lie and you spin your narratives all you want to. But at the end of the day, you still can't take away the fact that what she was saying in that private chat, what she said in that private chat was nasty, disrespectful, deplorable. It was gutter bucket. It was gutter bucket. And people seen it. People seen it for themselves. So you can't gaslight it away. You can't gaslight it away. You can block me from coming up on your panel all you want to, but you sitting up there lying because Zio sat on his live and Zio said that for himself. Zio has explained his situation. So you're not going to get up here and make it seem like I'm some type of Chrisean traitor or none of that. So knock it off and stop it. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. They trying to excuse away the fact. Henny Glasses in the chat. If you saw the text messages, let's start there. Let's start there. Let's start there. Let's start there. Henny Glasses in the chat. If y'all seen the text messages. Let's start there. And the motherfucker's probably over there on his live streaming my live. And if you streaming my live, I'm going to strike you. How about that? I'm seeing some Henny Glasses. People seeing the messages. Are those the types of messages that you would be talking about your friend? You would be talking about your friend like that? Talking about we don't care about Chrisean, but the whole messages haven't been released. Oh, it was just the part we was trying to console. I don't give a fuck about who's getting what. I don't give a fuck about nobody pockets. Don't let them spin no narratives. I'm sitting here listening to spinning narratives. He's sitting up here trying to mash up the timelines, trying to sit up here and cause beef between me and Blue Rock because he's trying to cause the damn divide. At the end of the day, I said what I said. I did. I said to him in the beginning, I told him about what was going on. A lot of y'all came to me and told me that there was a lot of shade that was being thrown at me from Hot Tea Hot Chocolate. A lot of y'all came and told me that. And I was talking to him about what was going on. And he told me, which he admitted, stop beefing with them T pages. What other T pages was I beefing with? Then I started beefing with her and Blue Rock. Why did I beef with her and Blue Rock? Because she went on her live and started popping it about me when she said, I'll never do that to you. I'll never do that to you. I'll call you. If I have a problem with you, I'll call you. But she felt some kind of way because I did a video and apparently my video debunked whatever it was she said, and she felt I did it on purpose. So she decided to do a whole live. I wasn't able to get in the damn live. So I came, she called me, and if she don't admit to this, it's fine. Because guess what? I had a third party on the phone when it was going down, when she called me. She called me and said, how you want to do this? Over the phone or you want to go on live? And I told her, fuck you, because you already did your live. And after I banged the phone on her, I thought about it and I said, you know what? I'm going to go to YouTube. And I went to YouTube. And then she tried to lie on Selena. Y'all remember that? How easily everybody forgets. How easily everybody forgets. Y'all want to get mad at me because I sat up for 2 months. I sat up there in that Diddy trial with Denat. We were under a whole different content. We were under a whole different content. Anybody that felt the way about it, they've already talked to me about it, and I've already explained on the strength of my son. My son said, let it go. My son said, let it go, Mom. See, that's your problem. He acts like he don't be making his little subliminals. And after that whole live, when I got up there and told him on his live that I was Switzerland, how many of y'all remember that live? When it was me, him, and Patrice that was up there on that live. And I told him that I was Switzerland, that I didn't want to be in the midst of none of that stuff.
Yep, and that's before Blue Rock even said anything about his mama.
Thank you. Thank you.
Put my disclaimer up there, since I was blocked and I couldn't go on his panel because I got some.
I don't have your disclaimer. If
no, I know one of them uniquely somebody. Okay, let me just start off by saying that this is a bunch of BS. You over there trying to spin a narrative out of them freaking gap teeth that you got with your bitch ass. Don't try to spin no narrative. All that shit that happened, you didn't get brought into the fold, Zbanga, until like a month or a month and a half, maybe 2 months after all of the beefing started in the back with everybody. That's number one. Number two, all the stuff that you was trying to spin a narrative on, Henny, oh, you went with the bag, da-da-da. No, you went with the bag. You stop being Henny's bro for the bag. Let's keep it 100. Just like when you got kicked out of Hassan in them sector, you came over here to be a bitch ass nigga and fucking be disrespectful to bitches. You don't even know the sector. People have to tell you certain key players in the sector. But you come over here and you want to act like you're somebody. You ain't nobody, my nigga. Like, you're nobody.
You cut me off when I started telling him, like, oh, so I was around way before he was around when all of this shit first came out about her being a scammer. And there was a whole fake hot tea, hot chocolate page that was created that was exposing receipts on her. That was years ago. And she came on her live and she cried and she told us that it was a lie and that it wasn't true and that people were just out here trying to get her because they were jealous of her and this, that, and the third. Okay, fine. Because we believed her, we actually let it go. And then it came back up again. And everybody was side-eyeing, but we didn't have no receipts. And truth be motherfucking told, if we're going to spill everything, receipts were given to content creators behind the scenes. And people didn't put the receipts out. I said I wasn't putting the receipts out because if I put those receipts out, then it was going to cause a problem because at that point in time, me and her did not have an issue. So people, including Banger, knew about these receipts that ended up coming out. And when I did my live and she came up there and I played that recording, I didn't have that recording for months. That recording happened a few days before I even played it for y'all. And if I play the whole recording, you won't hear that the recording is very low because I was across the room. And when she said, and I quote, that she was supposed to be going to jail and the whole scam was half off your bills. And I said, well, whoever fell for that don't have no street smarts. I said that. But the whole fact of the matter is there's a whole recording of her admitting to what she was doing. There's text messages of people saying that they lent her money. Y'all want to talk about people pocket watching? I don't give a fuck about what anybody got in their pocket because what they got in their pockets don't feed me, don't move me, don't nothing me.
But the whole pocket watching shit is crazy.
Everybody else's pockets. That's the problem.
But that's the craziest thing because they were stopping your money. So if anybody was pocket watching, it was them because they was in the back trying to stop your money. So who's really pocket watching? And you can't pocket watch off of no damn private chat. Now, let me just say this about all them text messages. If you're supposed to be number one, you're supposed to be the biggest. Ain't nobody supposed to even have the opportunity to catch no fucking screenshot. Are you talking about the one that you're the number one supporter in a bad fucking way? That was hurtful. That's number one. Number two, don't try to spin no narrative. Oh, we were in a private chat. Nigga, you know what sector we're in. It's rats in everybody's fucking chat. Everybody take screenshots and send them all over the place. And she knew she had rats in it because she said, oh, well, if people see it, oh, well, I said it. So don't try to make nobody feel sorry for her. Nobody feels sorry. And all of y'all over there is mad fucking delusional. Yes. And my name is Miss Popson. Y'all got anything to say, including you with your ugly gap tooth sleeping on your mother ass couch, bitch ass nigga, that makes me feel very uncomfortable that you from New York. I don't even want you. Throw the whole nigga away because you are a bad example of what a real true 10 toes damn stand-up ass New York nigga is. You're a bitch. You are a bitch. For you to really cross somebody for money, you talking about somebody is really pocket watching? No, you was pocket watching hot piss. That's why your ass was over there in her ass. No matter what was going on, you was over there in her ass. So just stay there.
Hold on, because this whole thing with Zio got on the live, and Zio said everybody has to take their content down but me. But you trying to make it seem like I'm okay when motherfuckers doing shit. And if you gonna say that Hot T has a right to say however she feel about what she feel when it comes down to Chrisean, and you don't know what happened, nigga, that's the same thing with Carleta and fucking Zio. Zio was living in the fucking house with her. What are you talking about? So you're saying that it's okay for her to be able to say whatever she want to say, but Zio can't say nothing? Carleta can't say nothing? And what did they really say that was so fucking bad?
Niggas just mad because they don't go on their platform.
I didn't see Carleta's live where she said that she had 24 hours. I don't see every fucking thing. I don't. That's why I have other people that come and tell me certain shit. But at the end of the day, it's crazy how Zio is an op and Carleta is an op, but they only became ops after y'all couldn't infiltrate them. All of a sudden, they ops now.
It's mad crazy how a lot of the op content creators came from his platform.
And I don't give a fuck about what nobody got to say, because ain't none of them going to hit my link. See, that's the difference between me and them. I'm not pussy. I'll hit damn sure is. Link. You say my name, I
everybody. You blocked everybody.
They blocked me too. Shit. I don't care. I was over there before.
My motherfucking name, I'm coming. Y'all said my name, and here I came.
Oh, he had the biggest balls enough to say your name in the first 60 seconds of his fucking live. Like, you mad now because you ain't got no China content? So you trying to make somebody else content?
That's another thing. Since he want to deem himself the person who could say who's an op and who's not, at the end of the day, how is it that you a supporter and you 10 toes down? And Chrisean specifically said she don't like when you drag on her family, but you drag on her family.
Chrisean rock. He still says rock, and she don't even like that. Like, come on, baby, you ain't.
They not gonna come over here. That's the whole difference. They not gonna come over here. And at the end of the day, he can't even admit to what he said. He trying to skip past and make it seem like, oh, what I'm saying is invalid. When I said to him the whole time, I'm talking to you about what was going on behind the scenes, and you befriending the very person that I'm talking to you about. How the fuck do we skip past that? How do we skip past that? You want to start off with, oh, me and Henny was close, and she used to call me bro, and I used to call her sis, and this, that, and yeah, and then you was talking to the very person that I'm talking to you about.
Chasing that bag. Chasing that bag. You just wanted the bag. I went
after Blue Rock because he had the bigger motion. I have my own motion. I don't want to eat off of nobody else's motion.
But first of all,
the problem. I don't make fake connections with people. If I really connect with a person and I really rock with a person, I really rock with a person. But see, the problem with him is, no, there is no genuine connection with him. There is no genuine connection with him. You know why? Because he don't know how to be genuine with nobody. He just basically told on himself about why he's sitting up underneath her.
Exactly.
Because she got the bigger motion. You go wherever there's motion at.
But the whole thing about...
No, let me finish what I'm saying. 1 second. I'm with Blue Rock because Blue Rock is a genuine person to me. Blue Rock has been a genuine friend to me. Me and Blue Rock's fallout was minor. It was minor. He and I talked. We buried our hatchet. And there really wasn't no hatchet. It was a miscommunication between the two of us. And at the end of the day, now you want to try to break up Who's with, so you can try. There's still the separation game going on that people ain't even looking at. You still trying to separate. You still trying to get people to not fuck with me. You still talking about who's a op. You still trying to spin a narrative. You trying to say that, oh, he talked about my mom and you still sat over there with him. No, this conversation with your moms came after that live and after you already said that night, after the three of us got off of his IG, the four of us got off of his IG live, he went live that night and said, anybody that sits with Blue Rock is an op. You deemed me an op that night before anything ever went down. And you was already moving like an op to me. Notice how I'm saying an op to me and not an op to the sector. You're an op to me because you was already buddy with somebody that I was having an issue with. And if you really gave a fuck about the both of us, then why the fuck you ain't play mediator and try to get the shit resolved? Because at the end of the day, the division in the sector hurts nobody but Chrisean. This shit right here, man, listen, as we're talking about it on live, it was already going out on over there on another page. It was already going out on another page on the other side. They was already talking about it. So what are you saying? See, that's the problem. They think we leaked. I leaked. Nobody leaked. Y'all have these messages. I don't give a fuck about what a motherfucker got to say, but you're not going to play in my face and then you're going to drop me? I'm from New York. I'm fucking aggressive. And when I'm passionate about shit, you goddamn right, this is my temperature and my tone. Stop trying to make it seem like, yo, I'm trying to have a decent conversation with you because we ain't really spoke since then. But you pushing my buttons because you trying to play with my intelligence. You're not going to play on my top. I was genuine and I kept it 1,000. And he keeps saying, oh, you had all the people that I wasn't fucking with over there in your chat. Well, let's talk about it. Because I could have swore the whole people, everybody that left from over there the first time, they left because there was a comment that was made about you over there sucking on a feeding tube when you wish you were sucking on my dick to somebody who was once on his panel. Yeah. So at the end of the day, like we digging bones. Like, what we doing? Because I thought the topic of conversation was, oh, it was on us. It was our fault. How the fuck is it our fault that this shit is going around and we've got people in our inboxes asking us about what's happening, what's going on? Why is she talking about her? I can't believe that she said this. It wasn't no lightweight shit that was said. If you seen them chats, you seen them text messages, that wasn't no lightweight shit. I don't get mad at people that I love and care about and talk about them like that. So now he could sit over there and he could lie and he could do what he want to do. You can sit over there and you can lie on me. But this will be the last time that I'm going to address him ever on my platforms. What's up, Coco?
So I just wanted to know when he got on that tangent about how you had all the people in your chat that he didn't fuck with. Was I one of those people he was talking about?
I don't know. I know he was
And
talking about Rita in them.
I asked you that question because he originally brought me in. I didn't know none of them girls. He introduced me to all of them girls. He brought me and this other lady named Candy on at the same time. And he got both of us monetized. And then him and Candy fell out and I caught a stray. And he just immediately cut me off, blocked me. And I ain't never said or did anything to him. So he most definitely is the type that will cut you off, block you, and also tell people to pick a side, because he did that with me and Candy, and I didn't have nothing to do with what was going on with him and Candy.
At the end of the day, I'm gonna just say this. I've been who I am. And like I've said, all of us have been frustrated at some point in time, but nobody has ever said the shit that I seen in them fucking text messages. And they gonna try to clean it up, and they gonna try to make it seem like it was minor, and they gonna do all of that shit. But at the end of the day, if you seen them, then you seen them. Look, Sippin' T said he tried to dox me too. Like I'm sitting up here and I'm just like, yo, we never had a conversation. And if I'm gonna hit this link, I'm gonna hit this link and we gonna air it all out. But you don't want the truth to be told. That's why you dropped me. And he did more than just drop me. He blocked me from his live. He blocked me from his StreamYard. And he dropped me so he could go and spin a narrative on me. Matter of fact, I could do y'all one better. Hold on. Go ahead, Pop. Go ahead, Dre.
We back up. I just don't see how, if somebody is talking shit about Chrisean and you supposed to be a Chrisean content creator, how the hell do you rock out with that?
If Hot Tea Hot Chocolate had a, she should have been addressed on, not a fucking chat.
It's called selective outrage. That's what the fuck that is. And like I said, it's not like everybody don't know that they have rats in their chat. She should have knew it was going to get leaked the fuck out. And I'm not feeling sorry for nobody that knows that. You made it such a thing. You had to be.
No, you breaking up, Pop.
Chrisean is crazy. I don't care what anybody says. And for him defending her, that's how y'all should know that he's only there for the money. Because if you're really a supporter, you should have turned her. She should have been an op. Just as mad as you got it with Blue Rock and whoever the hell else, you should be looking at Hot Chocolate as a hot, but you're not. So you're only over there for the bread. Like, come on. That's why I don't like bitch ass niggas. You shouldn't be over here in no girl section any fucking way. Gossiping and shit. Is you really a nigga? The fuck? You got kicked out the nigga section, and now you want to come over here and disrupt our lives. You mad disrespectful, telling bitches suck your dick and all that. Nigga, you ain't meet the right one, because I'm from New York. I'd have told you suck my dick first. You arguing with these little bitches that don't know how to argue back with a nigga. You ain't nobody, banger. You're nobody. You didn't even know who Arissa was. You don't know who key players was. You didn't even know about Dubai. And niggas really praise you
That's
like you're somebody.
You used my video for Dubai because you ain't know shit about it. You didn't know about this sector. You knew nothing about it.
Mad porny, like, come on. And then your delusional ass panel. Y'all some delusional ass bitches. Like, do y'all all want to suck on him and fuck him? That's what it is. Because I don't see where the common sense just left y'all heads.
They've been waiting for a minute. She was waiting for a minute to sit back and say something about me being up there at the Diddy trial. Oh, y'all was watching me. Thank you for supporting. I appreciate the support. And at the end of the day, yeah, I'm sitting up there doing a whole nother piece of content.
What does it matter?
Content.
Banger, why you saying anything? Did you stand 10 toes down against Donut towards Henny when he was getting at Henny? No.
Said nothing.
So you said nothing. Absolutely nothing. And back to the whole Blue Rock thing. Oh, you left for Blue Rock for the clout because he got big numbers. At that time, you were on Damu and Kiwi. You was on Wax Ass. You were getting way more views than in the Chrisean sector. And that's why he was mad too. Y'all niggas is just mad. Y'all jealous. Can't nobody pocket watch.
For a second. Wait a minute. Let's put a pin in that. Let's talk about that for a second. Because he was trying to get in good with Blue Rock, and Blue Rock clearly wasn't trying to be in good with him. And now, boom, he done fell out with him. Like, come on, bro. Don't make your MO my MO. Because I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to say this right here on YouTube in front of everybody, and I don't give a fuck who don't like what I'm about to say. At the end of the day, Blue Rock has been more of a friend to me than he has. Yeah, I'm saying that. You know why? Because Blue Rock, he'll sit up there and he'll actually talk to me and talk me through a lot of shit. He's also trying to teach me how to be a little bit more professional with this since I want to take it seriously. He sits down and he strategizes with me. And that right there, that's a friend that wants to see you win, not a person who's trying to ride your coattail. I don't ride his coattail. He don't ride my coattail. So at the end of the day, You could be mad that we're friends. You could be mad that I didn't want to pick a fucking side. But you know what? I'm glad I picked the side that I picked. And as far as me and Donat go, we know that when it comes to this Chrisean sector, we're on two different sides of the fence. And if we're going to be real technical about it, I was also chilling with Neek at night. And guess what? We know where we stand when it comes to Chrisean. But I spent 2 months up there at a fucking trial in people's faces every day, circulating around one fucking topic. You think I'm not going to talk to them? And can't none of y'all drive a wedge between me talking to other people that has nothing to do with the content? We ain't talking about Chrisean. We was talking about Diddy. And when me and Donat had our conversation, Donat actually had a perception of me that was not correct. And when I talked to him and I explained to him about what he did and how I felt and all of that, that changed Donat's view on me. And watching him up there at the Diddy trial, outside of him being who he is in this sector, I got to see who he is off camera. But nobody's talking about when Hot T went up on his panel.
Oh, when him and her was besties for like 2 weeks, only 2 weeks, and then they fell out.
This is what I'm saying. It's okay for everybody.
But wait. Didn't Banger just put up something that did not inboxed him and apologized? So why is anybody even bringing up Donat? Does his panel know that he's speaking to Donat now? And because I saw it, so I'm sure that they saw it because they follow him.
And don't try to cause no beef between me and him neither, because he just said the other day that he loves me dearly. Don't try to cause no beef. You trying to cause a beef between me and Donat. You trying to cause a beef between me and Blue Rock. You trying to turn the sector still. You still doing this division shit. This ain't your sector. This is Chrisean's sector.
Why didn't he stay over there with Hassan and them? That's what I want to know.
Because he got chased out from that.
You got chased out. Look, you got chased out. Look at Zip. Zip only been on the internet for 3 years, and Hassan couldn't chase him. That's how I know you was a bitch ass nigga, Banger. Like, you let that light skin ass, pussy ass nigga named Hassan Campbell, Poppy, run you out of a sector to run over here. You're a bitch.
Because he says she not gonna come over here and take over my pen. No, it wasn't even taking over your show. What you're not gonna do is sit up here and play in my motherfucking face. See, I got a history with Hot T, and I said that over there on my Instagram live, but I will gladly repeat it again. I've been around for a long time in this sector. I know shit firsthand. He's learning shit secondhand. We not the same. I don't give a fuck if you get 1,000 people in your chat and I get 100. You know why? Because the people that come in my chat are the people that come here for the content I put out. I don't give a fuck what another person is doing to get to their bag. Let me make that very fucking clear. But it's very obvious who's pocket watching and who's caring about who's doing what. I don't care about that. I don't even talk about these motherfuckers or throw subs unless they do it to me. I literally be minding my business. I literally be minding my business. The other day, what happened? What happened the other day? The other day, I'm sitting here minding my business, and what happened?
You get pulled into some bullshit.
It was a live that was done where, you know who keep bringing the ops into the sector. Carleta, Zio. What's the first thing he said when I got up there? Oh, he talking about Zio now, so let me drop Henny down.
But my whole
thing, lie on me.
But all of y'all was on Zio and Carleta dick when they first came in the sector. All of y'all are just mad that y'all don't have the connection with them that Henny has. Like, it's a competition. Everybody want to be in competition, and Henny does not give a fuck about y'all. We've been screaming this for a whole year and a half. We be over here minding our fucking business. We don't care about that pissy bitch. We don't care about that gap tooth bitch and anybody else who want to fucking say whatever they want to say. We're here for Henny. We are Henny gang. We are all a family. That's it. Nobody goes over there and listens and come back and run and talk. You know why shit don't leak out of our chat? Because we make sure nothing's in there. We make
Exactly.
sure
We don't
nothing's in there
talk
to get
shit.
lit. Come on. We
Hey,
don't get into
sister.
shit. Henny be the first one. Don't put no content creators in the chat. Nah, take that out. Erase that. We not, and she be telling us to do it. It don't be like the moderators in the chat and the person that's in charge. No, she tells us to do that, and she gives y'all niggas grace. And that's why I say and do what the fuck I say and do, because she's trying to change. I'm not. I don't know who the fuck Grace is. Fuck that bitch. I'm too short to be the bigger person. I'm only 5 fucking foot. And like Dre said, I am not a motherfucking church lady. So y'all come at her, you're coming at me. I take shit personally because she be really trying to be the bigger person. And all y'all little peons always be trying her. And it's not going to happen.
And I stand with Pot. So it is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. I
Hey,
left them up.
I see why you leave in the sector, cutie.
No, let me say this. Respect and love to all my sisters on the panel. I'm gonna say this, regardless of what anybody's saying, the bottom line is this. Chrisean unfollowed Hati. Chrisean was offended by Hati. Chrisean did not like Chrisean. And if we can get back to Chrisean instead of people trying to take up for other people, regardless of who like Hati, who don't like Hati, Chrisean felt a way about it. And like I said, it's stuff behind the scenes. People are one way on the camera and another way behind the scenes. Like I said, nobody was talking in riddles. We just didn't say certain people's name because we weren't talking about certain people. We said the names of who we was talking about. Hold on, y'all, I'm outside. I'm trying to walk around with my son. If y'all can hear me, let me know. All I'm saying is this, like, then when you went up there, Henny, he was, first of all, he did the same thing to you that he did to me on my chat. You went in my stuff and you came on my chat when I was live and you said, okay, cutie, we're going to expose all the receipts and we're going to, cutie, I was doctoring up receipts with you. Me and you was doctoring up receipts. But every time I went live, I told everybody, hold on, y'all, because I got these receipts from Banker. I got it on all my lives. What receipts do, if we doctored up receipts, you mean to tell me the receipts I got from you for China was doctored up? See, that's what I be saying. Like, whatever the situation is with Hot Tea Chocolate, let it be that. But she gonna do him the way she do everybody else. I don't feel no type of way about what that man going on, but it's like that rude and mean-ish and all of that. And then he trying to spin the narrative and shit. He does that all the time. It's people in his chat. I screenshot it. They're deleting. They're even erasing mine. It got a mod up in there. She like, why y'all deleting my stuff? Because people trying to tell him, hey, Chrisean is upset by this.
We saw Chrisean be upset about it. Yes, she was at fucking Hair Queen LA on the phone upset about it.
Hati said she's gonna destroy the sector down. She said she's gonna be quiet for now. Hati said that ain't nobody make her say that. She said what she felt and what she been feeling.
But wait a minute, why is it okay for everybody else to feel how they feel, but nobody is allowed to feel how we feel? Everybody that's seen them fucking chat screenshots, I don't give a fuck about what was said before and after. It's the matter of what the fuck has been shared. And that right there, y'all, they trying to bait us to put out all of the time. We don't have to put it out because enough people in the sector have seen them because it's been spreading around. And I'm going to tell you, more than one person who is a supporter, not even a content creator, more than one person who is a supporter sent me those text messages.
Me too, sister.
So you can't say that we leaked them out. I ain't leaked shit out. And why the fuck would I ever leak some shit out that's gonna hurt Chrisean? But we addressed it because it's something that's going on behind the scenes in the sector.
And if Hot Tea Hot Chocolate pockets was so thick, she wouldn't be asking everybody and their mama for money. Of course, even if who cares about the good pockets? She's out here asking for money for bills. Are you kidding me? She's asking supporters, scamming and this and that. How hot are her pockets?
At the end of the day, the problem has always been the minute that I came in this sector, it's become a fucking problem. It's become a fucking problem.
So this the gag, this the narrative. They took all day to say something, and then when you finally do say something, nobody cares who says nothing or not. We was talking about Hot Tea, but then when you come up here, you spin the narrative of Hot Tea's innocent. Hot Tea, okay, let her be innocent. That's okay. Maybe she is innocent. Maybe but bitch, we're talking about Chrisean, and she was talking about Chrisean. She said bad about Chrisean, and we're like, what about Chrisean? Regardless, if they feel she innocent, okay, Hot Tea innocent. But why is she over there dragging Chrisean talking about she gonna expose Chrisean and turn the sector down when you know that's the very thing that Chrisean don't like when people expose her. Chastity done it. A lot of other people have done it. So that's not okay. And they was over there talking about Carleta. I ain't got no problem with Carleta, but they're talking about Chrisean got 24 hours. It don't matter. Look, I don't know nothing about that. That's what they was over there talking about.
At the end of the
But
day,
this
it's
the
not
gag.
even selective politicking. That's family.
Yeah.
That is
But
family.
this the gag.
And
Carleta didn't say worse than what Hot T said. Carleta
Right.
ain't say worse than what Hot T said.
And she
That's
also
the point.
said, "You not gonna come in my inbox. You not gonna come over here dragging her or talking shit about her." She also
But
said that she wasn't gonna stop supporting her. But y'all want to
Yes,
skip
and-
over that fucking part.
Yes, because they want to spin the narrative and spin. And this the thing too. This the gag. People like, oh, y'all haven't vented about y'all friend. How T supposed to have Chrisean number? You mean to tell me you couldn't call Chrisean and vent to Chrisean?
You
got
couldn't text
Chrisean
her and
number.
tell her that? You
You-
couldn't pick up a phone and call one of them trusted people that you have and vent to them about it? You put that out there. It don't matter if it was a paywall or a private chat. You put it down in a chat, and you know good and damn well how this sector goes. You know how this sector goes. And guess what? When you got a target on your back, I'm not just talking about, I'm talking about anybody. When you got a target on your back, you move with caution. And the fact that you were so close to her, I've given her fucking homage. How many times? Y'all tell me, how many times did I say, well, she was the first T-Page. She's been around the longest. So it's only right that she would be the one that Chrisean would cleave to, because Chrisean knows her name, because her name has been tagging her for the past 4 or 5 years. So of course Chrisean is, it's obvious. It was a no-brainer. Nobody felt the way about that. I didn't feel the way about it because I felt like, okay, it was supposed to happen. But at the end of the day, when you get there and this is what you do, you felt the way. You don't put that in no damn chat. And the reason why we went live is because if it's being sent to us by supporters, you know there's people that are double agents. It's only a matter of time before the hate pages got a hold of it. So it's called getting ahead of it.
Exactly. And it's like, it doesn't matter what nobody say about nobody. She came up here and said she's going to be quiet for now. She said she would tear down the whole sector. She was up here talking about exposing this, that, and the third. And then they're talking about, we should be mad at the person that exposed it. No, the person that exposed it is the person that should have exposed it. Whoever did it, they did the right thing. Because why are you talking about, Chrisean ain't perfect. Yeah, she's not perfect, but you don't have to drag her. You don't got to drag her.
My whole thing is you're defending somebody that talked about somebody that bad. And this is not Hot T sector. This is Chrisean sector. Like, I totally agree with you, Cutie. It should be about Chrisean. There should not be no defending of what Hot T said, because she shouldn't have said it in the first place, point blank, period. And it hurt Chrisean. And if you're really a supporter of Chrisean, you will feel some kind of way that she would even hurt Chrisean like that. And like I said, all content creators know you have rats in your chat. She should have knew it was going to get screenshotted. That's not something you just say.
She did, because she said, I'm saying this to y'all in here. But if it gets out, basically, oh well.
Clock it.
But see,
So
that's
she
why.
knew there was a possibility that it was going to get out, and she didn't care. So why do you care now? Because it got out?
Sisters, can I ask y'all a quick question? And I ain't gonna even hold y'all no more. Can I ask everybody a quick question? When Chrisean, I'm just gonna ask. I'm asking for the people in the back. When Chrisean unfollows someone, what do we do?
We unfollow them.
Oh, okay.
But that's why he over there defending, because he was the #1 Hot T supporter for the last couple of months. So if everybody unfollows her, they're going to start unfollowing him. So he has to spin a narrative to keep his delusional people over there.
But see, the crazy part is it was supposed to be a live about the messages, right? So why the fuck is what Henny doing outside of this sector being the topic of conversation?
And why has the narrative been switched to everybody else except for what the main thing is about? It always happened like this. The narrative keep getting switched. Oh, well, it ain't Hot T. Look, Hot T innocent. Okay, if y'all want to go with the delusion that Hot T innocent, she innocent. But at the end of the day, did Chrisean not unfollow her? Oh, okay. Because Hot T was just around Chrisean, right? Okay, you were around Chrisean. Why you didn't tell her what you had to tell her when you was around her? You got Chrisean number. Why didn't you tell Chrisean when you was around Chrisean? You're contacting this person and that person about Chrisean, her team, and all this other stuff. Why did you not call Chrisean? And
That
then my
part.
thing is like it's too many, like people really, like me personally, I don't care, because like I said, I don't do the content anymore because of shit like this. It's not, to me, it ain't even worth it, because it's like it's not worth it not to do the content. I'm just saying it's not worth it because of the shit like this. Like I rather, like I told people, he ain't been saying it for way longer than me, but I told people are really gonna start showing their true colors. And it's crazy because it's like a lot of us already know what type of issue go on behind the scenes. So now people are getting fed up with the shit that's going on behind the scenes. That's why I keep on being mess and drama, because people are fed up with it, because
That's
there's
right.
so much BS and crap being talked behind the scenes. But when y'all on the scene, if Hot Tea Hot Chocolate felt the way, why did you even come up here supporting Chrisean and we love Chrisean, woo, if you felt that way?
Right. Hey, Blue Rock.
Hey, brother.
Uh-oh.
What's up? What's up, you guys? No, I'm here.
I'm like, uh-oh. Are we having a Bluetooth issue again?
No. I'm not even on my phone right now. It's like, let me just, sit at the computer quickly and, talk to you guys quickly about some of this. But what's up, you guys? What's up, panel? What's up, chat? What's going on, Henny?
I'm trying to woosah. I said I wasn't going to crash out, and I kind of gave a mini crash out, and now I'm crashing out because it's like you dropped me from your panel to lie on me.
Clock it.
Right.
But you have the floor, Blue Rock.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Thank you. I'm not gonna take up too much time. But yeah, I guess Henny Glasses in the chat, y'all.
Diamond's in the chat as well. What are you talking about? Blue Rock is in the building. And let me just say this. I gave you your flowers, and now that you're up here, I'm gonna give you your flowers again. I always tell you thank you, but Blue Rock has been a genuine person to me. And compared to all the shit that we both have been through and experienced in the sector, the shit that we went through was playground shit. And it was easily rectified. This is my friend behind the scenes. This is not just a content creator that I'm trying to tag along with because I want his clout. It's not even like that. This is a genuine person who's been genuine with me. I've talked to him about real life shit. He's talked to me about real life shit. He's been helping me with my brand. We brainstorm off of each other. We motivate each other, or at least we try to sometimes, because sometimes the shit is just too heavy. But that's a real person, a real friend to me.
I appreciate that. No, you know what, and it is what it is, right? And I think from the moment I came into this sector, I guess I would say it that way, or some people would say I'm not even part of the sector. But anyhow, from the moment that people started to recognize me or understand who I was, I think I've been very clear on my stance of trying to be neutral. I think it's been very clear that no matter how much I try to be neutral, I still, when I'm live or I'm sharing opinions on certain things, usually I side a lot with what's going on with Chrisean, because I can empathize with a lot of things that I see and a lot of ways that people are dealing with her and so on and so forth. There's so many layers of that, and I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all understand that. So to me, I've always stayed true to who I was. People wanted to beat me up along the way for that. One of the things I'll always say, it's not easy being neutral. And the reason why I always say that is because I get beat up from all angles. 1 minute, Chrisean people hate me. Next minute, Jaden people are mad. Next minute, Carleta people's mad. Next minute, but at the end of the day, I understand to myself that that's something I took on, right? But I didn't really want to come on here and talk too much about that. What I wanted to kind of do is speak about Zbanga a little bit, if you don't mind, Henny, and just some of the things that I kind of wanted to address, because to me, none of this is a surprise, right? This is almost history repeating itself, just them using the same exact tactics, right? Them trying to use the same exact things that they've used in the past to manipulate people. Hot Tea is doing exactly what she's done before, right? Where she stirs things up in a certain way, or she does something stupid, right? Or she's scamming somebody, or she's continuously asking for money and then blocking Chrisean fans. She's done things before in the background. And then what happens is when shit hits the fan right now, like it is for her right now, is she stays in the background and expects her Zbanga and some other people to kind of, her minions, I guess, to kind of jump in and stand to the storefront or forefront and And well, for them, sometimes it is the storefront, right? But stand on the forefront to basically protect her throughout the whole time while she's going to now stay quiet in the back. Which is okay. You know, it's your strategy. It's what you guys do. And that's why I said there's no surprise to me that this is Zbanga's reaction, you know, and saying like he stands 10 toes, he really does, but it's clear he stands 10 toes behind hot tea, hot chocolate rather than Chrisean, right? And today proves that, right? Not that, you know, some of us needed further proof. This just essentially really truly proves, you know, that he's willing to do anything to stand behind hot tea. Now, one thing that you always got to do is you got to listen carefully to your mother haters. You know what I'm saying? And the reason is because when your haters say things about you, they could be saying a lot about themselves. You understand? Or they can be saying things that they actually admire about you indirectly, you know, without even noticing. So one thing he likes to take pride in is, oh, you know, divide this, divide that, but it's clear that he's the one who tries to do that all the time by himself, you know. The other thing that I wanted to take notice is his idea of us feeding the hate train, us feeding the hate train. What hot tea, hot chocolate has done is not a surprise to many. You know what I mean? Where we're at today, where we're at today is not a surprise to many, right? Where we're at today, hopefully we all hoped that it would be a lot sooner than where it became today. Let's just be honest, right? But what we're noticing is something a little bit more than just hot tea, hot chocolate. And Zbang kind of hit it on the nail when he was trying to tell everybody that don't forget, y'all, they're only mentioning hot tea, hot chocolate. Why are they not mentioning the other people in the chat? Why are they not mentioning the other people in the chat? Right? They're fueling the hate train. They're fueling the hate train again, trying to deflect and putting something on us that in reality you're doing yourself. Feeding the hate train would be having a private group that you have selected based on Chrisean fans that you deal with. Feeding the hate train would be speaking to that group and allowing them to understand that you have close proximity to Chrisean, and allowing them to understand that you may or may not have all these secrets about Chrisean. Speaking to this group and saying negative things about Chrisean because you may or may not feel heated at the moment. And you guys, this is just not simple negative stuff. This is literally almost every single hate train narrative you can possibly come up with within one conversation. Just at that moment. Now, there's many others, but we're just focusing on this one conversation, right? Now, this is creating a hate train. You've created this group chat now where you're claiming you're privately speaking, right? And you're speaking to Chrisean rock fans, people who are some people who stood by a lot of y'all, some people who stood on panels and fought for Chrisean, but yet you're saying all these hateful things in a way, and they're all okay with it. That is a hate train. That's what's being cultivated. You understand? That's the deflection that you're trying to put on us, when in reality, we're just trying to call it for what it is. But thanks again, Zbanga, for pointing that out. There was other people involved in that chat. There's other people involved in that chat that's sitting on a panel right now that have and feel no ways of protecting hot tea, hot chocolate by defending what she said and by trying to downplay what it is that she said. We all know that we have a strict policy that we try to uphold at all given points in times is do not talk about the children. There's no ifs, there's no buts, there's no nothing, but yet these people are sitting there trying to make an excuse about it. You know, that's where Zbang is wrong too, because this was not private. If it was private, it would have never became public. And exactly. Like Henny also brought up a little bit earlier, listen, forget that. All I'm saying here too as well is you wanted to speak quiet. You know, that's another thing that Zbang is bringing up a lot. You know, oh, you know, they should have just been quiet and not to expose the BS that hot tea does, because, you know, again, this is, you know, feeding the hate train. So what? You and your little hate group that you created, you just want us to keep letting you guys talk about Chrisean and doing what y'all doing in this private quote unquote group that we all know is becoming a public thing, right? You want us to sit back and allow your little queen to build more recordings, more photos, more things that she can potentially tell your little hate group that, oh, you know, if I show y'all what's really going on. And matter of fact, why don't y'all jump on a phone call right now so you guys can listen in the background to what's going on? You know what I mean? How about y'all jump on the call? You know what I mean? So to me, that's what you're upset about, right? You wanted us to sit back and just allow you guys to potentially create these things and to gain these things, and to do for what? Nah, you're mad that we did the right thing, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot of risk to stand out here, especially when the viewers are going to sit here and be like, oh, you know, we want solidarity, we want this, we want that. And we share a lot of sentiments with those viewers that want those things. But in reality, in order for us to truly get to solidarity, y'all, in order for us to truly be healthy, we need to cut out the cancer.
Exactly. And it was people in the chat, y'all. I'm sorry, my sister, if I interrupt you. I'm so sorry. It was people in the chat. I screenshotted a lot of stuff. Y'all know me. I'm going to tell it like it is. I was in that chat. It was people that mods was deleting other mods' comments. Because a mod was like, why are y'all deleting me? And somebody was saying it, like people was literally telling them in the chat, and they were deleting everybody. People was telling them it doesn't matter what happened between hot tea and hot chocolate. She's so close. That gives her an even better excuse and reason to go straight to Chrisean, because you got the source. You're with the source. Why would you go to somebody else when you could have went to her and you had the problem with her? Everybody else like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, you right there. Like, you so cool. You so close. It never was close like we thought it was. Because if it was, then why would you have to go to everybody else in that chat? But you know what shocked me is by how comfortable everybody is with saying, oh, we should be mad at the person that exposed. Like, I'm like, bitch, are y'all saying, okay, you exposing our stuff? You don't tell what we say. And it's like, nobody's saying, oh, no, that's wrong. You shouldn't have said it about Chrisean. Everybody's saying, why did you put it out? Why are these? I wouldn't. And then it's like other people have stuff. They wait for everybody to put out stuff because they want to see what all we know. You know what I'm saying? They want to see what all got out. But the gag is this. Nobody ever said, oh, well, Chrisean, it's wrong. You shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have said that. Nobody's speaking on Chrisean following her. And then when the girl had asked Zbanga, she asked Zbanga something. She said, oh, Banga, well, Hot T said she was going to destroy the sector. Here goes Zbanga. Oh, when she said that. You know exactly when she said that.
Well, I just want to add to what Cutie was saying. It's like a nigga when you catch him cheating. He ain't mad that you're upset, and it's not like he's reacting to your feelings that you're mad and upset, and he's mad that he did you wrong and all. He's just mad he got caught. They're mad that she got caught.
She
That's
knew
all
that it was
is.
going to happen because she spoke on it happening. She knew it was going to happen.
She knew, but they're mad that she got caught because now everybody has to explain. Everybody that done had her back and stood 10 toes down and talked about other people and stopped following people, all of them are gonna be mad because now they have to explain their emotions and their motivation for being a supporter of her. It's just like getting caught in a lie.
Go back to the point
that we just cared. Hot Tea said she did not care, and she said if it get out, she ain't care. So what they mad at her for?
And let's get back to the point. It's not a matter of, oh, she was upset. The gaslighting of, oh, well, you know how y'all women are. That's not the point. The point is Chrisean was bothered by it. It hurt Chrisean. Chrisean thought that was her friend. And it's a pattern. That's why I brought up what she said to me about, oh, I will never take it there. I'll never do that to you. You said the same words to me and did the same shit. It's a pattern. It's a character. This is your character.
But I'm saying, if you were a content creator of Chrisean, why are you over there gathering receipts to use against her?
Clock it.
Clock it.
And this ain't the first time he protected somebody that was talking about her. That's why I left that panel from over there. He did that with me, and I was going off on people that was talking about her. A lot of hate pages was created from a little offspring of that channel.
And see, the crazy thing is, what I noticed is you kept trying to flip it back on Henny. Oh, you recorded her, and so now I'm gonna record every conversation that I have with people. So you trying to make it my fault? that she was recording conversations. You just admitted that she was recording the conversations. And then you want to say it's my fault that she's recording the conversations. Then when y'all talking about shit, you want to bring up me at the Diddy trial. What the fuck does the Diddy trial have to do with the Chrisean sector and these
Because
texts
you and Blue Rock,
coming out?
you and Blue Rock are the scapegoats. You and Blue Rock is what they can use to spin the narrative because they don't want everybody to realize they got caught. So they're gonna use you and Blue Rock and whoever else they can as a scapegoat to deflect.
All right.
He's
Denot
jealous
is
because you
on the
went there
channel,
and he lives in New
everybody.
York and couldn't go there. And he's mad that you got there and you was making numbers and he can't do that. He got to stay over here and mind grown women business. That's why he's mad, because he was right in New York. He could have been down there too, but he wasn't. And that's why he's mad. Jealousy is a bitch.
Hi, Denot.
Hi, everybody. I don't have any problems with nobody here, and I'm sorry if I offended you previously. What's up, Henny?
Nothing much, but people trying to weaponize the fact that you and I were able to come to a common ground up at the Diddy trial and making it seem like, oh, it's something. You and I already know where we stand when it comes to the Chrisean sector. We already know that. But you and I got to know each other on a personal level, and that's something completely separate. But now it's trying to be weaponized. So I was just letting people know, like, no, you're not going to weaponize that.
We didn't even discuss. Nobody was even thinking about Chrisean. Like,
okay,
like.
We was talking about Diddy. We was talking about the people that was getting up there on the stand. We was comparing notes. We wasn't even in the sector. That's the whole thing. We were outside in a whole different sector. And I told them, I said, you and I had a conversation because you had a different perspective of me. But when we had the conversation, you saw something different. And you and I buried that hatchet. And what we have outside of the sectors has nothing to do with this.
Nothing. Like, I don't have to talk to you for another couple months. There's still love there. There's still, like, let's pick up back from where we left off at type of shit. Wait, can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. I got to know him as a person. You got to understand there's a difference between content creator and actual person. Now, I know we all don't agree with some of the things that Denot says, but that's Denot as the content creator. I got to know him in a different sector and got to see him. Y'all forget it was every day for two months every day. So even if we didn't want to talk to each other, we were forced to be in tight spaces with one another, taking notes and all of that on this trial. Like, what did y'all want us to do? Fight the whole time we were there? That's not what grown-ups do.
Right. Yeah, they wanted to see that fight. They wanted to see somebody pussy getting put on somebody else's neck, like the other bitch did, because she ain't had no content that one time. But he's neither here or there.
So from just asking you guys just for clarification, because I'm hearing that there's been like a big group leak from that one girl. I don't know if you're saying her name or not, but
we saying her name, but it's a lot that's been going on over here, and then that's how you came up.
My correlation with you has nothing to do with the internet, honestly. Like, we met in real life. That's different,
right?
Like and you expressed to me that certain things that I was saying got to you, and I seen the human in you, and that's where we bonded. We didn't trauma bond on nothing bad. It's not even social media shit, like So I don't want anybody to weaponize your affiliation with me as to what I say. There's no telling what I'm going to say out of my mouth most of the time. So what I say has nothing to do with Hennessy. We're not actively beefing. She has her platform. I have my platform. Everybody here, most people got their own platforms and their own perceptions. I think the toxicity of it is that there's this tight grip of a staying culture. You see it with Cardi versus Nicki. You see it with this Chrisean versus Blueface. Or, when that slows down, you start seeing content creators and the superficial relationships that they've created with each other, like, tear down. And I've been through something like that. That's why I really don't get into it, because I see it before it happens.
Right.
So I'm out of that. Like, what I gotta say, whether you guys like it, love it, hate it, I'm not an op. I'm just me. And I'm gonna say whatever I want to say. That I don't play these tribalism games. That's how niggas got sold into slavery. it saddens me that, like, don't y'all know y'all be much happier just reporting your content without beefing with each other? I swear to God, try it.
Well, the majority of us over here don't beef, but this is the part that is happening, and unfortunately, it hinders the content.
So why is Z Bank? Is it because, like, I think, like, of the basis of it, without, like, this is my unbiased opinion. Like, your channel was fucking. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to curse. Your channel was your channel was in the shadows because of the format, and now your numbers are up, and other people feel like they should be in charge of this and that. Like, that's just not how it works.
Exactly.
And that's all that is. And people are just scavenging, looking to just chomp at whatever you got going on. You was taken through the mud. You was depressed when your platform wasn't popping. You was finding your way back, and you are a staple. Like, you, Blue Rock, Cutie, y'all are like staples in the Chrisean sector. Like, y'all are, like, I came in differently, but at the end of the day, like, you cannot go to YouTube and turn it on without, and rest in peace, Turner TV. Yeah, like, y'all are Lola T and everybody. Just it's just something about when you're a live streamer and you give people direct access to you through live instead of just uploading. A lot of toxicity follows. Like, I'm never gonna do whatever. Like, people know all of us here, so, like, what's the problem? And you're a grown man at the same time. See, this is why I got on him the first time. I got into a beef with him because of China, which I regret to do that and want to take that back. But still, like, you messing with women. Like, leave this woman alone. Like, that's the bond we got. Like, I would never mess with Hennessy the way that I did before, because it's different now, and I can't, and I would not stand to see somebody just do that to you. That's weird. That's weird behavior. I think people should just mind the business that pays them.
And I appreciate that. I really do. And what you're saying, it's crazy because, to people in the chat, you're someone from the other side. But if you listen into what he's saying, he's basically saying what we're saying, seeing it how we see it. And that's crazy. Right? That's crazy.
And what's even crazier is I was here for only like a couple of minutes before I hit the link. So y'all are being logical about all of this. So yeah.
Trying to add logic to chaos. But thank you, Donat, for coming up. I really do appreciate you so much. And I knew you were coming because I said we saying his name. He like Candyman. He about to pop up at any minute. And I'm not that person that's not going to say what I've said on another panel or another platform. And I've already explained this to everybody that you and I got to know each other outside of this. But we know where we stand when it comes to this sector. And I don't go in his chat. I don't bleed him. He don't come in my chat. He don't bleed me. But if he calls and checks on me, he gonna call and check on me. That has nothing to do with the content.
And another thing, like, I do what I do. I play the dozens, whatever, whether you like it or not. And that's just what it is. Live a little bit, laugh a little bit. But thank you so much. And again, to everybody up here and everybody in the sector, including the guy that you're talking about. I have no beef, no problems. Y'all do y'all thing. I'm gonna do my thing. I'm not trying to control your opinion. At the end of the day, when I end my live stream, that's just what it is, and vice versa. Hopefully for everybody here too.
All righty. Thank you, Donat.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
I think I just want to remember, like I said the whole time, people saying, "Oh, well, hot tea." They don't understand. We're not saying hot tea. If y'all feel she perfect, if y'all feel she SHIT gold, cool. We're not mad at that. But Chrisean, I'm gonna say it slow because they act like they don't understand. Chrisean unfollowed hot tea, hot chocolate. Bottom line. Regardless of what was going on, they was like, y'all don't know what's going on between hot tea and hot chocolate. And we shouldn't, because they have each other's number.
Right. And I think that's the point that everybody is trying to miss. I think that's the point that not even trying to miss. That's the point they're trying to miss. Like, they're trying to put this gaslight up like, oh, it doesn't matter. It wasn't a big deal. And it was like a big deal.
Yes, and they're so comfortable with saying, I keep hearing everywhere. It wasn't supposed to get out. It wasn't supposed to get out. Well, excuse the hell out of us for people sending us shit that we never even asked for. Excuse us. We didn't want to be in the group chat. Somebody from y'all personal private group chat, and they were like, we were not dragging Chrisean. Okay, so if y'all weren't dragging Chrisean, there wasn't no need for hot tea chocolate come up here saying that she gonna expose Chrisean and she don't care if this get out and none of that. If y'all wasn't doing it, why hot tea coming up here saying all that? Ain't nobody tell her to say
But
all
not only
that.
that, like I think sometimes we need to listen carefully too. Like hot tea, hot chocolate has made it very clear right now to the audience. And she has said that she will burn this ish down, right? So, you know, if we take in exactly what's happening is she feels as if she's been exposed again. She feels as if people know the truth again. And she this time has gained the ego to the point, you know, and maybe from her hate train that she's cultivated, but she's gained the ego to the point where she is blatantly telling you guys that she will burn this down. And I bring this point up because, you know, if we take a look at past practice and what's been going on with, you know, all the quote unquote beefing with everybody and where hot tea has been placed amongst it all, you will see that at any given point where we try to, you know, bring up the wrong that she's been doing, or we try to shed any type of light to something that she's been doing and people need to know about, she has been trying to burn this shit down. She has been trying to burn this shit down. She's been trying to burn this down for quite some time. The only difference is now she feels she's to the point where she can pop her chest and turn around and say to us blatantly, to say to Chrisean supporters, that she is willing to burn it down if people are willing to play with her. It's not a game. I'm not playing with nobody. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Those messages became public information, right? Those messages were getting out there, right? Don't get mad at us because we do what we do best and we get ahead of the bullshit.
And that's all that it was. Because once you guys get into a frenzy, we can't ignore what you guys are in a frenzy about. And this was something that had everybody in an uproar. Now, if you haven't seen it, then you haven't seen it. But what's also happening right now is they're trying to bait by saying, oh, I haven't said everything, or oh, I haven't said anything. Oh, they're talking in riddles. No, I think we said very clearly what was going on. We just didn't say exactly what was said. And that's what a lot of people are. What was said? What was said? If you didn't see, then you didn't see.
But that's why they're focused on that, because they know to themselves that what was said is something that we don't even want to repeat. We probably will never repeat. We probably will never show. Who knows,
I don't
right?
ever want to repeat it.
They know that to themselves. So what they're doing, as they do best, is they're trying to now use that fact against the audience, but to create probable doubt about what's really going on with that fact. So in reality, now they're trying to flip the script, right? And say that, oh, you know, they just want her to say what was really said. And no, we don't.
We don't want her to say anything. I think we just lost Blue.
She did wrong. There's no.
You went in the Matrix for a second.
Oh, see, this is why I need to get a new thing here. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, we don't need her to come out and say anything. She's already done enough, right? So if you know, but what they want to do is they want to play on the narrative or play on the idea that, oh, you know, they don't know about how this is going to potentially do this or potentially do that. No, we do. Everybody does. Everybody sees it. But the bottom line is we're not just going to sit back and allow it to be cultivated. Y'all saw Chrisean come down those stairs at the hair place. Y'all saw her in shot come down those stairs at the hair place. Y'all heard the hair place say, Chrisean, you're live. Y'all heard her look at Marsh and be like, can you believe what's happening? Y'all heard somebody on the phone with her too, pleading cases. You know what I'm saying? Another thing that I wanted to mention too is that, you know, a lot of us, you know, have conversations with Chrisean. I have conversations with Chrisean. I don't sit here and divulge what I have conversations with Chrisean about. But what I would say is that Chrisean has shared a lot of things with me, you know what I mean, that I have never, ever yet repeated. And I never will, you know what I'm saying? There's times where, you know, she had asked me if I was recording and I told her straight up I'm not, because I don't. Never has I once recorded a conversation. She actually said in that conversation, I'm just going to say it, No, I'm not. But she did say in that conversation something about recording. But at the end of the day, I said, no, I'm not recording it. I had the permission to. How about that? Right? But I chose not to. You know what I mean? I had the permission to, but I chose not to. You know, and the good thing about Chrisean is she's always truthful. So what I'm saying right now on here, you know, she knows is the truth, right? There's no reason for me to lie about it. But what I would not do is just use her name to gain popularity. You know, I'm not going to sit here and constantly post certain things. And I'm not throwing shit at anybody who decides to do it, because each person kind of does their own thing, you know, their own way when they need to. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I don't do certain things like that. Don't use her name for things like that. We're not going to allow you to sit there and use her name for things like that.
And can I ask y'all a question? Blue, Dre, Miss Poppington, and Henny. When Chrisean and Marsh were at odds with each other, did Marsh ever say any hideous things about Chrisean that were to the point to where did Marsh say, hey, this is a private chat, let me put this out? Like, have we ever seen that from Marsh?
No.
See? And Marsh around Chrisean all the time, right? Hot tea, hot chocolate be around Chrisean too. So if Marsh can, regardless of what Marsh said she felt like she had to defend herself, whatever that case was, whatever it is, cool. But regardless of the fact, Marsh right there, even if her and Chrisean, they had rumors going around about Chrisean and Marsh throwing paws on each other, allegedly, all that. But guess what? It's a lot of stuff that Marsh could have came up here and said, because Marsh probably got a whole lot of tea. But then Marsh ain't never come up here and do that.
Zio never did it neither, nor Carleta. So I don't understand where the opness came from.
And the main idea is what they don't want nobody to focus on, which is Chrisean unfollowed Hot Tea Hot Chocolate. So Hot Tea Hot Chocolate felt away. And then this is the gag. It would have been better for her to keep it private between her and Chrisean, because you could have still had the chance to go talk to Chrisean. The moment you came up here and you spoke on it, she had a vengeance. She had hate in her heart. She got mad. She does not want nobody else to get close to Chrisean. When Blue Rock got close to Chrisean, bullshit popped up. When Henny was getting close to Chrisean, BS popped up. When everybody was on the panel on Big O and Chrisean was giving homage and big ups to Blue Rock, BS popped up. And it was a lot of other stuff when people getting recognition or by Chrisean, she started BS with people. So that is what it is. So I mean, she's been doing it.
But my thing is, Chrisean has already said what she like and what she don't like. And if you're a supporter, then you know what she likes and what she don't like. So why keep doing what she doesn't like? You think she likes all of this feuding going on between us? Absolutely not. She's already told us she don't like her family being drugged across the internet. She don't like it. She don't like, she likes the way that Blue Rock is non-biased. She liked the way I do my shit. That's what she said. Hey, Zio.
What go on, my youth?
Cheers. So I was just, panels are going up, things are being said, and it's being alleged that I said something in private to someone about when the whole video thing about the video having to be taken down situation came about. It's being said that I said something in private, but I could have swore that was said on a live.
What video?
There was a video that was posted, and remember the whole thing about being upset because y'all had to remove the content. Y'all were asked
in
to
the
remove.
very beginning.
Yes.
Yeah. When I think it was like when we were at was it the video when me, Chrisean, Dakar, and all of us was at the jewelry store?
I think so. I think that's the video, but she asked you to take it down, and you voiced how you felt about it.
Yeah.
But it's being said I said that.
What did you say? I don't
that you were upset because what's being said is that I said you were upset because everybody else gets to post but you don't. You got to take stuff down. But I could have swore that was said on a live.
That I said on the live, right? When I was
Yeah,
venting and shit.
yeah,
Yeah. Cause I was like, what the fuck? Like everybody gets to be on that motherfucker, do whatever the fuck they want. One thing I do something, it's like, And I was like, okay, but we already talked about it, and that was like the one time where I had to take a video down. And then everyone started tripping because I think the car was like mad or some shit like that. Like, right? That's when like
right.
yeah, that was that
Yes,
day. The whole the beginning of the beginning of the whole Zio cancel Zio fucking campaign.
right.
Zio, you a
Good
Capricorn,
times.
right?
Good times, yeah.
You a Capricorn, right, Zio?
Big Capricorn.
I'm a Capricorn too, January 12th.
Hey.
Zio, at any point in time, regardless of if you trolled whoever or did whatever you did, because we Capricorns, we trolls. We the best friends to have, but we the worst enemies. Like when we your enemy, we demons. But this
Yeah.
the gag I want to ask you. No matter how many times you trolled, have you ever came up here? And I'm asking you, I already know
Um,
the answer. Everybody already know the answer. Have you ever came up here and told Chrisean, "Oh, I'm exposed it out. I'm a da 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 woo woo," and you know, at one point in time, you and Chrisean probably had a little small discrepancy, but again, that's over with. But at the end of the day, have you ever came up here, despite what everybody over there trying to say, you Chrisean's op? Have you ever came up here and said, "Oh, Chrisean, I'm gonna expose you. I'm gonna tell your business. I'm gonna burn this sector down. I'm just asking for a friend."
no, what? That sounds
Oh, okay.
and give 100K to the first person who can find that video, that clip, or time, nigga. Never.
And the
Wait. How much money
crazy,
for what clip? No, I'm
yes.
kidding.
100K. 100K. No matter what
Yeah.
side you on.
And
100K.
the crazy thing about it is, and Zio is up here. I used to be on Zio's live when Zio was having concerts with his music and wasn't even about spilling any tea or any of that stuff. It used to be a handful of us that were in there. And if you want to be honest about it, and Zio, stop me if I'm lying, when people started finding out who Zio was, they started trying to get close to Zio. And when they couldn't get Zio to turn on me, they turned on him. Am I lying?
Yeah. They turned on me
But at
faster
no
than a
time
motherfucking
did
Krabby
you
Patty.
or Zio, you nor Zio, regardless of the fact, because of course it's been stuff that I've said people don't like. We know that. It's been stuff that Zio said people probably don't like. But have you and Zio ever, at any point in time when people was dragging y'all, have y'all ever came up here, Blue Rob, Dre, Miss Poppington, none of y'all have ever came up here and literally told her, "I'm going to expose you"? Did one of, I'm not gonna say the sister name, did one of the sisters, did they not come up here and expose a lot of stuff and said that they was really gonna put it out? That hurt Chrisean. So for old girl to turn back around and do the same thing when you literally was just around her. You live in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
So
And I was
They
just in
were
it's
Las
no,
Vegas too. So
yeah,
You
like
it's
and
guys,
the
no
now
point
point.
is,
mind
if
you,
sorry,
I
mind you.
honey, if you don't mind, I'm listening right now
go
from my
ahead.
cell phone, and I'm just here. I'm running back and forth to my computer. I just lit something up and taking some draws and shit. But I just wanted to get a point across before I run back to my cell phone, where I'm not going to be talking for a little bit.
Okay.
Um, a little long-winded there, but I want to let you guys know what's going on in the background, since I don't jump on camera, so there's not much visual. I kind of want to give you a visual. So anyhow, what I wanted to say though is that the viewers want more, right? They want more of the text messages and all that kind of stuff, right? They want to see more because they're saying, how can we base an opinion on this and that and whatever? And I get it. Zbanga said, why are we not talking about other people, blah, blah, blah. And I get it, right? So, I think, in my opinion, it's only right for me to do what I feel is right to do next. And I'm going to go ahead and post the names of the other people that were in that group. And I'm not going
Yeah.
to do it in your group chat, Henny, because I'm not trying to be too messy up in here. But I will go ahead and I'm going to post it, because you know what? If some people want to pop out and show out and talk about it and whatnot, and I don't know how you guys decide to line up your minions on who's going to come out and say what and say when. It probably is just best that we give the list, or that I give the list of the people that, or at least that was involved in the conversation. And then maybe we'll give the list after of everybody that was in the group chat. But for now, at least, I think it's fair to say that I'm going to do that. So just wanted to say that before I went back to my smoke here. Thanks.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say this. If it's okay for Hati to feel the way that she felt because she was close to Chrisean, then why did everybody get upset and Zio lived there? And Zio was upset. And Zio has never drug Chrisean for filth. In fact, at one point in time, everybody was saying how Zio was the only friend that was stepping up and was speaking out for Chrisean and Chrisean Jesus. And yes, Zio is a troll. He tells you that all the time, that he is a troll. Chrisean told you that he was a troll. But Chrisean never said Zio was an op either. She never said, fuck Zio, I don't fuck with Zio. Oh, she never said that. She said Zio's a clout chaser. That's what she said. And Zio has told you, I'm a troll, I'm a clout chaser. Yes. But the one thing that he has been true to her. And the relationship that I bonded with him, it has nothing to do with Chrisean. It may have started because I met him because he was with Chrisean. But y'all forget, I interviewed Zio. And when I interview people, we have a conversation. And when the conversation on the live is done, we converse behind the scenes. And Zio and I became very close. I was on the phone a lot of times, a lot of shit. I've never said nothing about what I've seen, what I've heard. No, not because it's not my place. If Zio decides to speak on something, he'll say, Henny, am I lying? I can vouch if I was on the phone. But I talked to Zio. Nice. I haven't spoken to Zio in a while because Zio has been busy. I've been life is lifing over here. But I checked in with Zio several times. I think I even hit him up. He says sometimes I hit him up right on time with a word that he needs to hear. Nice. So at the end of the day, building a connection with people happens. It happens. But I don't sit on the phone with Zio and have drag fests about Chrisean. He doesn't drag Chrisean to me. He doesn't do any of that. You want to know what he tells me about? Oh, hey, Henny, I just did this modeling campaign in New York. I'm about to post the pictures. Oh, my God. Hey, Henny, I just did a movie.
And so what the narrative is now that's trying to be spun is that, oh, well, she got the biggest ops up there, Zio, Blue Rock, and they talking about Denat. They said you got the biggest ops, Zio, Blue Rock, and Denat. But regardless of the fact, I'm going to speak on Blue Rock and Zio. Blue Rock and Zio never, ever, ever told Chrisean that they're going to expose her. They never put out receipts or any videos saying that they're going to expose Chrisean and her child. Never. And the stuff that was in those,
had people pay to get tea.
yes. The stuff that was in those messages was plain unnecessary. Bottom line. And that's the worst I've ever seen out of any op. Seriously.
But you want to know what's crazy? You want to know what's crazy? Did y'all miss Denat up here defending me?
I was gonna say that. Did not say nothing bad about Chrisean. I don't watch Denat content. Denat did not come up here and say nothing bad about Chrisean.
Right. He wasn't up here dragging.
Everybody know, yes, he was not dragging her, and he didn't say nothing bad, and you didn't allow nothing bad to be said. So,
but you also, I wasn't the one that brought him into the conversation.
Someone just said yes, Zio did. Are they saying that I did come up on here and say something bashing? If they did say that, I want to know what they said so that I can get them the hand of bands. I'm not tripping.
Somebody said, where's the text messages? I honestly think that, in my humble opinion, I think that they need to speak on the text messages before everybody just, you know what I'm saying, put it out. Because my thing is, if it was so innocent and it was this and that, okay, cool. It wouldn't have been no need to send the messages, right? Why is everybody, if it was so innocent, why is everybody over there mad because these messages were out and we did not even put them out?
Oh wait, the people don't know what the messages are yet?
No, and wait 1 second.
Don't know, and we're not putting them out.
Henny, one thing I wanted to mention as well, because I just think it's hilarious, the whole gaslighting all the time is, you know, you're accused of sitting up here now with ops, right? But when I released the names of everybody in that group chat, you know, how are we going to just continuously paint them as supporters?
Don't say that.
You know, how are we going to continuously paint them as supporters, right? When you see who's in that chat going along with the conversation, right? So again, like I said, sometimes the haters, they just love to do this, right? You're gonna sit there and pretend that we're sitting here with ops and that we are the ops, but in reality, like I said, you're sitting there with your hate train that you've cultivated. You've used Chrisean fans now to create your own little hate train, right? And now they're sitting here fighting for you while you're sitting there, sitting back, eating popcorn, so you can go on your stories tomorrow and say, I didn't even say anything or do anything and blah, 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 blah. Thanks, management. You know what I'm saying? So you can sit there on your high chair. Like these people, I'm just going to say it for what it is. These people are so stupid at this point.
For
You know what
real.
I mean?
For
They're
real. Dumb
so
as hell. Dumb as
stupid
I better
hell.
not see nobody
at
name
this
I know
point.
on there. I
You know what I'm saying?
I better not see nobody name I know on there. Nobody. Because you getting out the chat. You will not be Henny Gang no more. Your rat ass will be out of here. Management. Thanks, management, on that one.
What was I gonna say? Yeah. Mods, close the bar. But go ahead. Dre, you've been very quiet. I'm sorry. Oh, wait, Beyonce is up here. All right, Dre. And then, well, go ahead, Beyonce, because she done already unmuted. But Dre, you definitely get to go.
Hey everybody.
Hey,
Hey, Beyonce.
Beyonce.
No unpopular opinion today. I just came because Miss Carleta's probably asleep right now. I know it's probably we in the same time zone. It's probably 11:20 over there.
Mm.
But I came to defend Miss Carleta a little bit. She can defend herself, but I came to defend her a little bit because I felt like there was a narrative being spent about her. Someone in there said, "Oh, Miss Carleta said that Chrisean got 24 hours to apologize." That's not what that woman said. That's not what that lady said. She's because I was in that live in real time and I saw the comments. She said, and I'm just paraphrasing here. She said Chrisean could have had all day. She could have had 24 hours to apologize, but she didn't have. But she didn't, and she didn't have to. And they're trying to make it seem like she gave Chrisean an ultimatum to apologize, but she didn't. And that's messed up. All and you're trying to punish that they're trying to punish that lady because she says she just don't want to be a part of it anymore and she has every right to feel that way.
Well, see, I honestly and wholeheartedly did not see the live. I didn't. There are people that are in here that are saying that she did, I guess, give the ultimatum for her to apologize.
That's not what she did. That's not what she said. I was in there live. I, it wasn't an ultimatum type of thing. She was like, hey, it was more on the gist of like, hey, Chrisean had all day to apologize if she wanted to, but she didn't. It wasn't a, oh, apologize or else type of thing. It wasn't that.
Well, I can't defend what I didn't see, but at the end of the day, you know, it's okay for one to sit up here and say slanderous things, but that's not okay. That makes that person an op. Well, if that makes Carleta an op, then what does that make Hot Tea? Because what she said and did was worse.
Well, my thing is, what's the definition of an op for people?
Thank
Because
you. What the fuck is like? What are we talking about? Like, come on, like, what is op? What is the definition?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. What's the definition of an op? Because in order for you to be considered an op, for me, I have to at least know you. I gotta know you at something, at some point.
A
At best,
rival. It's
yeah.
a rival. But where did Carleta rival? Where did Zio rival? Where did I rival? Am I running with narratives that are
Remember,
hurtful?
nobody else is allowed to feel except for Hot Tea at the moment.
Mind you. I know we've all had an auntie, a cousin, a friend, a sister, a mother, a dad who will pop off on us verbally,
Wait a
and be
minute.
fine the
Hold
next
on.
minute.
Hold on. Hold on. Me and Hot Chocolate made up on Banger's page. When did that happen? Me and Cutie had a moment on Banger's page. We have never had a conversation with one another ever. And the crazy shit is, I'm going to say it again. If it was me, if it was Blue Rock, if it was
Boy.
Cutie, if it was Zio that had them text messages, nobody would be trying to hear nothing. Nothing.
Clock
And I'm
it. Zio,
glad
do the
y'all
little
are
thing with
holding it.
Zio. Do the little thing that you did, the clock it thing. For real though. Henny, you right. Shit.
Oh, he said he dropped me down because all I was doing was lying. But wait a minute, hold on. Didn't somebody else just say earlier in the chat that he said I dropped myself down? So which one
And
was it?
did.
Oh, he did say that. He sure did. Hey, y'all, by the way. Sorry.
Hey, Jackson J's mom. No, you dropped me down so you could lie on me. And everybody who they've brought up, except for Carleta, and that's probably because she's in the bed and don't know what's going on, has come up here on this panel. I didn't bring Donat's name up. They did. They tried to weaponize it. I didn't bring Zio's name up. They did. They tried to weaponize it. Do you understand?
I'm gonna pull up if I
And
hear
now
my
look, they
mama
up
pull
here
up.
on this chat on this panel telling y'all what it is. Zio face. Dre, go ahead, Dre. Zio, you in the Matrix.
See what's the problem? Because why is it cool to treat everybody else Chrisean unfollow as an op, but when she unfollows her, it's not okay? It's her damn sector. Get with it or get lost. Ain't no if, ain't no but. If you hear and you talking shit about Chrisean and her child and anything that's going on in her personal life that she doesn't want out, you're not.
Period.
Sorry.
What I'm not understanding is as soon as he went live over there, the first thing he was talking about was Henny. It turned out to be, oh, Henny did this out of jealousy. And that is absolutely absurd. At what point are people going to realize that Henny doesn't care what nobody else is doing? Henny stays in Henny's lane. And she's been that way since I've been over here, which is why I've stuck over here, to be quite frank. And this is a safe place for us to know that we are going to have support for Chrisean, point blank, period, whether people like it or not. And with the other blogger, whatever she wants to call herself, supporter, op, really, she, from the very beginning, it has been wishy-washy and trying to be at the top. And there's no need to be at the top. There's enough money for everybody. Chrisean has so much traction that everybody can eat. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't understand why it has to be a division. And then you're going to sit here and say that it's not a division, but then go to Henny and talk about Zio and then talk about Donat and then talk about Carleta and do all this. But why are we dragging Henny? Henny ain't do nothing.
Jax, clock it. But guess what, Jax? They're over there. They're over, sister. They're spinning narratives. They're trying to put everybody in it because now they saying, oh, Cutie went live and told everybody not to F with Henny. When I ever told anybody not to F with Henny?
I've never heard that. You and I have never had no smoke with each other.
Where's the receipts that they can say I told anybody not to F with Henny? The only thing you would ever hear me say was when me and Henny was not talking was I told Zbanga and I got the receipt. Can't nobody lie on me because I've never said nothing bad about Henny. But what I did tell Zbanga, I said, Zbanga, I said, you're going live the same time as Henny. Is Henny trying to go live the same time you going live? That's the only thing I said.
And we noticed that already a long time ago. We peep game. Every time I would go live, he would go live too.
Yes.
And the crazy part about it is y'all supposed to be over there trying to clear up what the fuck is going on. But Henny and what's going on Henny's channel is the topic of conversation. And now you trying to spin the narratives when I wasn't the one that brought these people's names up. Y'all over there talking about, oh, she was over there with Donat at the Diddy trial. Donat just came up here and cleared what was going on at the Diddy trial. We never had a conversation about Chrisean, and he also agreed. We know where we stand in this sector. But we were in a whole nother sector on a whole nother different topic for 2 whole months.
Yep. And like I say, if I said anything, please put receipts out. Don't say I said nothing. Let's see some receipts in this bitch. Period.
You see me over there running with opposite narratives than what I've been doing? No, you don't. You heard him say that I told him, but you heard Zio come up here and Zio said it was said on a live. I didn't say that. Carleta, the only one that's not up here. But at the end of the day, y'all brought these people's names up. So you know what? You made them a part of the conversation. And now you want to try to make it seem like it's an op-up situation when you should have left it on the topic that was at hand. But you brought other people into it, trying to spin away from what I was saying. You didn't want the people to hear about what was going on. You didn't want the people to hear the history of things. You didn't want people to hear the fact that this information about her scamming came out years ago, and people already gave her grace not once but twice about the scams, even with the receipts. And as a matter of fact, you didn't even want me to get into the fact that you were talking to the very person that I was calling you upset about what was going on. You were over there befriending her and didn't say nothing to me, but you want to say that I chose a side when Blue Rock was talking about your mom? No, you said anybody that sat with Blue Rock was an op. You called me an op. The night after all of us was on the live together, you called me an op. From that point forward, and you've been making subs about me. You've been trying to tell people that I'm an op. You've been trying to turn people against me. You've been keeping me in your fucking mouth. You've been watching my pockets, because don't nobody watch your pockets. You've been trying to eat off of other people's clout. You've been trying to get up on somebody else's back, just like Hot T. You tried to get up on Blue Rock back. You was over there on Cutie back. You over there on my back. Then you was over here riding on China. You built your whole platform on dragging Chrisean's sister.
And last I checked,
and Chrisean don't want her siblings drug. She don't like it. She told us that on a live. She don't like her siblings drug. But yet and still, y'all want to talk about anybody that comes over here and supports me, or sits with Blue Rock, or sits with Tea Time with Treese, or likes any of my posts, or comes up on my panels, that they're an op to the sector. You want to sit up here and say that about me, yet you over here defending some bullshit?
And last I checked, they said that you lied about the video where Hot T admitted out of her own mouth. So Henny, are you a musician? Can you make Hot T say stuff out of her mouth? Because last I checked, when I heard the video, she admitted herself that she scammed people. So how you lied about it?
Out her mouth, and I have the whole conversation.
And she didn't have it for days, weeks, none of that. And I can raise my right hand to God and swear on my coochie she only had it for a day and a half.
Not on the
How about that?
Not on the water.
On the coochie child. On the coochie.
Not on the water, baby.
That's a good coochie child right there.
How about that? No, because I be tired of it. We be over here minding our fucking business, and they always pulling her into some shit that she has nothing to do with. And it's just tiring. It's been a whole 2 years of the same bullshit from the same two people. A pissy bitch and a gap tooth ass bitch ass nigga. I'm tired. I'm fucking tired. We be over here minding our business, having our own conversations. Life be lifing for us over here. Like, we be talking about way more important things than two people that only using each other for a bag. Y'all are not supporters. Y'all are using each other for a bag. That's it.
You trying to run game and you not even good at it, bruh. You not even good at it.
Yeah, because if he was, he wouldn't be sleeping on his sister's couch.
Jackson Jay's mom, you was trying to say something?
Yeah, I said that part. And then I also wanted to say, I think everybody is missing and forgetting over there or wherever. Anybody that is still questioning the reason why this was even spoke about, it is an integrity thing. I mean, I know you, Henny, if you catch wind of something that's going to happen, you're going to prepare us mentally before it happens. If you can, and let it be known that there is something going on, but you still protected every single piece of information that you had. None of us, I haven't seen the messages, and I don't want to see the messages. But the thing about it is you protected it. And instead of her being a decent human being and just admitting her wrong, she came back with, oh, I'll blow the whole sector up. So if that doesn't show you the type of devious person that you are dealing with, y'all got some real bad problems. Like, you guys really have an issue. Chrisean unfollowed the girl. The girl came back with an immediate, it's like a panic thing, like fight or flight type of thing. She's backed into a corner yet again when her truth is being exposed, and they're still fighting about it. And instead of anybody owning up to the wrongs on that side, they're going to try to bring you down and try to swing us away from it so we forget about it. And then it's going to
Imagine
come
how
to us defending.
evil.
It
Imagine
is
how
so,
evil you have to be to try to divide someone's whole
yes.
family.
And it is demonic. It really is. It is demonic. It's so disgusting and disturbing. And it's diabolical. It is. I've never seen somebody, it's scary to think about what this person is capable of doing that has this much influence on these pea brain type of fucking people, man. It just doesn't make sense to me. I can't grasp it. I really can't.
Penny, why they mad at us? We not even the one that put it out. It was somebody in their camp that did it. We ain't put the shit out. What y'all mad at us for?
Exactly. Why
It's
you
called
not dragging and
projecting.
doing all of that? Because at the end of the day, there's no leg to stand on right now. That's what it is.
Then they like,
Period.
oh, Cutie and Henny. Henny
Period.
said this about Cutie. Cutie said this about Henny. Henny said, baby, what? What a receipt said. I don't
This
believe
right
Henny said nothing.
there.
And guess
When the
what?
hate don't work, they start telling lies.
Exactly.
Baby work, go and bust it wide.
And ain't nobody say one time, we need to check on Chrisean to see if Chrisean okay. We need to make sure Chrisean good. Chrisean, how Chrisean feel? Chrisean unfollowed the girl. They ain't talking about Chrisean. They ain't talking about protecting Chrisean. They ain't talking about Chrisean. You okay? It's all high tea, high tea, high tea, high tea. Let it be that. But this ain't high tea sector. Oh, okay.
It's not, and it's not Banger sector, and it's not Henny sector, and it's not Blue Rock sector, and it's not Cutie sector. It's not our sector. It's her sector. It's her sector. And the crazy part is you making this the topic of conversation to try to deflect away from what the topic of conversation really is. We the only ones over here talking about how Chrisean was hurt by this. She said that they weird as fuck. Look at what this bitch said. That's Chrisean's words. Chrisean's words. When I first talked to you, you told me you would never do this to me. And I know she said it because she said the same shit to me. That part is being skipped.
Somebody in the chat said they mad at everybody but the homie that leaked the messages.
But that's a fact because you taking your anger out on everybody else. Our job is to protect the sector and brace the sector. Our job is to protect Chrisean and defend her. And do.
Well, I just wanted to say this. Watching you and him interact on his panel, it was quite clear. He was in the feminist community, we call that mansplaining. He was mansplaining. What he didn't get was there's a code among women. What homegirl did was the equivalent of like your best friend coming out the bathroom and she got tissue stuck on her shoe or her dress is stuck in her butt and you just let her walk around like that all day and don't say nothing. Or you with your best friend and she look crazy and you don't say nothing to her, but you sure finna go with your other group of friends and talk shit about her. You don't tell her that to her face, and that's what he didn't get. If homegirl felt some type of way, why not just tell her these to her face? You got her number.
And that's all that we've been saying.
Yeah, and
That's
he
all
didn't.
that we've been saying. And then the thing is, if you vented and you felt that way, why put it in a private chat? You don't have nobody that you could have called.
Yeah, why you ain't tell your
and
husband,
I'm
vent
not,
to your husband
but
or
I'm not
your real
saying that.
girlfriends that you know in real life that
But I'm
wouldn't
not saying
screenshot
that to
you.
defend. I'm not saying that to defend. Understand that. But that type of rhetoric and the target you got on your back, why would you ever do that?
It's Chrisean we're talking about too. And that's another part that's being missed. It's not just me talking to you, Henny. It's me talking to Chrisean. Like, you have to protect every piece of information that you have with everything that you got, because this girl is bullied day in and day out, every single day of her life. Like, it's not something, if it was anybody else in this world and you're talking to your friends in a group chat, it might not be that bad. But it's fucking Chrisean, man. Like, it's totally different.
And what was said was not just some simple little thing. It's not like it was a simple little line like, oh, fuck her, I'm not fucking with her. That would be something that, okay, maybe you were just a little frustrated with what happened. It's the tangent and what was said in it.
And
It's
she
the
purposely leaked it.
manipulation of everything. Look, I'm look.
She purposely leaked it, Henny, because she said herself, I don't, if it get out, oh well. This girl literally knew whatever happened between her and Chrisean was done with her. She wanted to leak this. She said it herself several times. We make her say that.
Oh, hold on, Tay Tay. The only rule I have is do not mention other content creators in the chat, but that's kind of hard tonight because content creators are the topic of the chat right now, of the conversation. But
Poor
normally
kids.
it's no talking about the content creators, no dragging on kids. I don't give a damn whose kid it is. We don't do that over here. And no hate narratives. Those are my only 3 rules. Other than that, we free to talk in here.
And Henny, another thing he really did not get, maybe he did get it and just did not want to, but you, for lack of better words, was telling him that this young lady stopped your bag. She
Exactly. Thank
stopped your
you.
bag. You're a mom just like she's a mother. So as a mother, knowing I got kids to feed, I'm a single mother. Why? How's I supposed to feed my kids? How's I supposed to put food on the table for my kids?
And see, this is why I love the Henny Gang, because you see what I'm saying without me having to come
Right.
straight out and say it. That's why I was upset. That's why I was depressed. That's why I was going through what I was going through, because this is my bag. I've never said, don't follow them, unfollow you. If you over there with them, you are op. I never said that because that's stopping a bag.
Right.
I don't
She's a
stop
mother.
people bags.
She's a mother too. She got kids herself. So as a mom, why would you try to stop another woman from feeding her kid, from how she got to take care of her family? Playing with somebody's money, you might as well spit in their food. You might as well just play in their food now.
And it was the same thing for Blue Rock. You playing with people's money. This is our job. We get up here, we do this content that we love because we're passionate about what we're doing. You can't do this if you're not passionate about what you're doing. You can't do this if you're not genuine about what you're doing. And in all this time that I have been doing this content, I've never folded. I left for 2 months to go handle the Diddy trial. Yes, I did. But the minute that y'all came a calling me because Carleta was over there cutting up, I stopped what I was doing and came and did a video not once but twice while I was up there, and then came back over here. After I went back over to the Diddy sector while I was doing what I was doing.
Seemed like to me she been working with Wiggletooth and the whole entire time.
Who is Wiggletooth?
That's what it's giving me.
Who is Wiggletooth?
Carleta.
Oh, y'all, somebody said this is terrible. They was overlooking the issue to save her face. She a disloyal to Chrisean. Oh, thank you, Henny, because baby, clock it.
Well, yeah, I just feel, I don't know if that's a man thing, but he's not getting, it's really just a code among women. And what she did was just break the girl code.
It's
As
not a woman's
girlfriend,
code. That's a human's code just in general. That's a human. You got to tell your friend, if that's your friend or somebody you really fuck with, support, you let them know when they not doing what you feel they should do.
Sugar,
I have
I
never
know.
had.
I'm sorry. All of y'all felt that way. I'm very apologetic for that. Okay. I know. But I had to go cover the content. Okay. But this is one of the reasons why people be ready to leave this sector. And I hate to bring her name up, and a lot of people probably don't know her or remember her. But SL Davis used to be a Chrisean content creator. She jumped ship and went over there and started covering a whole nother sector, and she's doing good. But she got tired of the toxicity that was going on.
I love
The
it, L.
content is
Davis.
the content is already at times toxic. We don't need extra. And if you can't stick to the topic at hand, that should say something. That should really say something. Because the topic at hand is not Henny and what Henny doing. The topic at hand is not who on Henny panel. The topic at hand is not Blue Rock and what Blue Rock doing, or Treese, or Tea Time, or Poppington, or Dre, or Zio, or Beyonce's Wig, or anybody in the chat.
Or Miss Poppington Wet Puss.
Okay. The topic
Don't
at
nobody
hand
want to
is
make me a topic, Kenny. They know. Don't nobody want to make me no
we know
topic.
you
Please
not a
don't
church
make me.
lady. We
Just make
know.
my mother. You can make my day any damn day. I did you ring. Hello, hello.
I'll be
Did
your
somebody say?
Huckleberry. I'm waiting. Tim scarf
Somebody
on,
say
face
something?
greased up. I'll be your Huckleberry.
Did
Come on.
somebody say my name? Did y'all hear my name?
I didn't hear it.
Okay, well, praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. I'm gonna go
And
back on
Miss
mute. Praise
Martin,
God.
Miss Martin,
Yeah, I'm new. I've been following you though, Henny. I follow you on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I don't say anything. Just a follower. I'm just, I'm always looking for the truth, and I
mm-hmm,
follow a lot. I follow what you guys may consider the ops,
mm-hmm,
but I'm definitely in the bushes everywhere,
mm-hmm.
and so I'm being quite honest. And I think that it would be helpful for us. Well, as far as bison, hot chocolate, hot tea, whatever we want to call her, dark chocolate, black chocolate, ugly chocolate. I have definitely followed her. I will say that it was definitely hard. I don't listen to her YouTubes. I just look at her reels. I don't listen to her because I can't stand her voice and I can't look at her. But I would say that it would be helpful as a person who's bystanding or just in the bushes to understand what is going on. Like literally we can start all unfollowing her if we actually know what was said.
The
I
Great
have
Purge.
I'm sorry.
Great Purge.
All right. Well, that would have been helpful. So, because to unfollow definitely makes a big difference too, right? Does that mess with the money if a whole bunch of people starts unfollowing her?
I think like it's bigger than that. I think that nobody genuinely like, which, and I'm not saying you saying that, Miss Martin, because you making sense, but I feel like I don't think nobody genuinely wants to like just do that. But I think that the main thing is that a lot of people on certain sides forget that this sector is literally about Chrisean. Like I think that people, not you, Miss Martin, I'm talking about over there on this side. Like they literally forget that this is not even about Hati. It's not even about defending Hati. When have we ever got to the point to where we're comfortable defending Hati more than we're comfortable defending Chrisean? You get what I'm saying? Like Miss Martin, to me, like over there, not you, this I ain't talking about you, but it's like over there, it's like, why is it a narrative to defend hot chocolate when nobody did anything wrong to hot chocolate? Chrisean did not come out here and say nothing to hot chocolate. See what I'm saying?
But
Hot
I
chocolate
hear
turned
what you're
into,
saying, but I'm just saying, because if you talk about unfollow, Krishan is known to unfollow and follow, right? Back
yeah.
and forth. I'd be so confused. One minute we not following Bino, then we following Bino, then we not following Bino. I'm trying to figure, I can't keep up. I'm trying to just be a person who's informed, right? A person that I fell in love with, and I'll just tell you. So my first experience with Krishan was when she went in labor, and it was random that I watched her video. And I'm just saying, so I've been watching since then, and I just trying to understand the big picture of what's going on, because I follow a lot of content creators, and Cutie, I started following you on Twitter.
Thank you, Mama.
So That's how I was first introduced to you, was through Twitter. But I'm just trying to understand, what's really going on, and I think it needs to be plain that there's a lot of subliminal messages, and I don't understand what's even happening. How I'm supporting or not supporting folks. That's all I'm asking for. If you guys could just make it plain for all of us versus the subliminals.
She just asking for clarity on what's going on.
So you mean like with the messages or just the whole situation?
So
I think I need a bigger picture. Okay, I've heard scammers since I've been following back in
right.
2023. So I've a scammer, I already understand. But what was I'm trying to, and I understand, especially I don't know if it was when Chrisean went to jail or whatever, that I understand she was asking for donations and stuff at some point, but I don't know I'm still trying to understand the recent issue of what happened, and it's not clear to me. And Blue Rock said it. I want clarity, like what's going on.
So basically, what happened is there was conversation about Chrisean that was not flattering. It was very distasteful. It was very disrespectful. And it was not conversation that a supporter would say. There was some conversation about the children. And it just was not good. And the reason we're not saying exactly what was said is because we're not trying to give too much ammo to anyone else. I'm surprised it hasn't leaked, but that was the whole purpose of even saying anything, because we figured if it's going around, it's only a matter of time before it lands on the other side.
And you said the children, so I don't know, when you say the children, are you just talking about Chrisean Jesus, or are you talking about other children?
It's probably better to just leave it as the children, to be
Right.
honest.
I'm not getting any more in depth with that because we're not going to discuss in detail. That's something that we've agreed we're not going to do that because it's not conducive to Chrisean. It's not.
Put it like this. If they were to put it in detail, it would cause people to think that it's true. Let's just put it that way. You feel me? Let's just put it out that way. The girl puts the false narrative that isn't true in the group chat for her supporters. They wanted to find a key out of it. It's not anything that a true supporter would have said, or even a narrative that is conducive to the truth. So them doing that was just out of pocket.
And
And
shouldn't
if
have
they
been
were
Yeah.
to
allowed
repeat
to
it,
say.
it'd be used as more fuel. That's why they don't want to repeat it. Because if they were to repeat it, it'd be used as more fuel for the hate pages and whatnot.
And we're
I
not
think,
doing that.
And just to be clear on that note, I think it's going to be used as more fuel only because of what is being perceived when it comes to certain things with who hot tea is and so on and so forth. You know what I mean? But anybody who has critical thought process and knows the credibility of this person can see how looking at her as being anything credible, especially at this point, is or would be a very thin line, right? So it's not so much the idea of you know anything besides the fact is because of the impression that she gives, the perception that she gives, the biggest quote unquote, and all the things that, unfortunately some people, and viewers had allowed her to kind of get really cultivated in. That's really more so the concern. Because like you guys heard when I was live earlier and I had, somebody come up there and, who, the viewers had claimed as, being from the hate side, they were already almost claiming her as the queen, as their new queen, right? So, and that was no surprise to us. It's not to say, we didn't sit here going, well, what do we do? How do we handle this? Because at the end of the day, we know they're going to do that. We're not stupid, right? But like I said, from the beginning of things is we need to get ahead of it because it's a matter of time to where this happens and to where it becomes something of the past, right? But what we're not going to do and what we refuse to do is to continuously be silent about it and allow this person to continuously, blindside Chrisean fans, to continuously put Chrisean in a position where she might be more vulnerable than she actually needs to be. So at some point we have to speak up, right? Another thing that I wanted to mention, and Henny, I'm sorry if you hate me for mentioning this at this moment in time. But shout out first before I even do that. Shout out to the 593 people that's up in the chat. Do hit that like button.
You mean 593 million?
You understand? Don't forget to hit that like button. Hit follow if you're new here and all that kind of fun stuff. If you guys are from any of the other socials, shout out to all y'all and thanks for coming out here and hearing what we have to say, because it's going,
And on top
it
of
is.
that, for anyone of that caliber to say that they'll burn the whole sector down, woo woo, is just a narcissistic response to the whatever stress the big back beluga whale, big body built,
Oh
black
Jesus.
truck built
Okay, Zio, listen.
bitches freaking.
Zio breathe.
I wanted to give
Miss
a shout out to
Martin,
the
thank
chat,
you. I
but
just
it's
want
just
to say, Miss Martin, thank you for coming up. I appreciate you.
I'm gonna drop down. I just want to say one more thing, Zio. I follow you too on Instagram, and I want to say keep going. That's my message to you. Keep going. You're doing a great
nice.
job as a young kid.
Thank
All
you.
Nice.
right. Thank you
All right,
guys. Have
later,
a good
Miss
night.
Martin.
You
All
Now,
right.
too.
Henny, I just
Stay
wanted to
blessed,
finish
mama.
off my thought there because
Go
I was
ahead.
saying that I'm going to say something that you're probably, I don't know, what you're going to think about it, but it is what it is.
Who, me? Go ahead.
Um,
No,
now,
Blue Rock.
Oh, yeah, because I
now,
was saying nothing.
Chrisean the icon is, somebody that's sitting there, on the panel over there, shouting and ranting and raving and doing what she does,
Yep.
And we've seen what that's capable of and what that is, and we can see the idea of her jumping so hard on the hot tea hot chocolate bandwagon, and some might be like, why, and all these things that she's claiming to say right now on those, or in that live rather. But from my knowledge, she was somebody who was in that chat and actively speaking at the time. You know what I'm saying? So she has the most best interest right now to try her best to convince you guys that what was done, wasn't so bad. What was done wasn't the doing of hot tea, hot chocolate. What was done, because she's part of that hate train. So like I said, while you're sitting here thinking that we are the ops, meanwhile, we're protecting everything that we possibly can at this moment. And even so, like I said, in protecting everything we can, we're putting a stop to the bullshit before it gets worse. You know what I'm saying? So while she's sitting there trying to protect and to give the idea to those who are easily led to stupidness, you know what I mean? Do know that she is one of them, right? Do know that she carries many other pages, which I'm probably going to expose as well at some given point, because I like to kind of dish this out like I'm opening my little friggin' Walt Disney vault at this time. You know what I mean? So I just kind of wanted to put that out there because, like I said, I'll be exposing each and every single one by one, because apparently, they're unhappy that Hot Tea is the only one getting the spotlight. So, I'm gonna put the spotlight a little bit on some of the other minions that's running around. But thanks, Henny. That's all I want to say. I hope you ain't upset that I name dropped somebody else. But at the
No,
end of the day,
I'm not upset at all. But I do want to put this comment back up on the screen again from King C. Have respect for people wanting to respect Chrisean as a person. You understand why they won't say. It's beyond nosy. Exact words need not be said. My whole thing is exact words don't need to be said, but just know that we're not making this up, because there are people that are in this chat and even over there that know exactly what those messages say. And we're not going to be baited into giving words verbatim. Enough was said. I didn't even want to say what I said, but enough was said to where you guys should know the severity, but you're not going to get a verbatim.
Why is it so difficult to kick somebody out of a sector that don't belong to them? They act like she Chrisean.
She wants to be so bad, but she needs to see a dermatologist.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Z,
Or is in
I'm
a
gonna
surgeon
blame this
in a
on that
surgeon.
Don
Wait,
Julio.
wait, hold on, Handy. I want to add to that. and a surgeon for them baby ankles.
Ooh. Now, cutie, see, you be worried about me. And I'll be worried about you. But them two up there, Miss Poppington and Dre, them the two you got to worry about.
Miss Poppington with the wet poom poom.
Because the leprechaun shape is behooving. It's throwing me.
I know you ain't talking with your yellows. Dre, don't start. Do not start.
No, I want to talk about you. I was talking about somebody else. You know,
All right,
We want to talk about you, Miss Poppington with the wet poom poom.
No, we weren't talking about you. We weren't talking about you, short stuff. We was talking about the leprechaun.
Cutie, what did you just say?
I said Miss Poppington with the wet poom poom. And in case nobody knew, I just wanted to say that again, Chrisean did unfollow Hot Tea Hot Chocolate. That's all I'm saying. But then again, somebody in the chat has said they was like, okay, but no, I ain't even gonna say it. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna say that. Sorry. I don't want to say the wrong shit.
Girl, look, at this point in time, they over there hooping and hollering and yipping and yapping and barking and screaming and scratching and whatever the hell else they over there doing.
Well, why ain't nobody say that it wasn't true? Why ain't nobody say, oh, that we never would do that? Why ain't nobody say that?
Because they know they can't. They know they can't deny that it didn't happen because it's very obvious that it happened. It's very obvious. They can't say it didn't happen. So they're trying to excuse it away. And then they're trying to gaslight their chat into believing, oh, well, look, they over there saying that she's an op, but they're over there and they're ops. And that's an op. And that's an op. And that's an op. And shut up. Shut the fuck up. All of y'all choke on a sick dick with hot, nasty, vile green nut dripping down your throat. Suck a dick till you pull a blood clot out, bitch, and choke on it. I don't give a fuck no more.
My word to
and there goes the New York nigga in her.
What?
I never heard that series of words together.
So what's
we're trying to make it into heaven still.
So what's the dick you was talking about? Is it curved or regular side? I'm sorry. Wrong time.
Okay, you encouraging this behavior. Jesus.
They told me to stop.
And I just thought about it. The reason why they're stressing where's the text messages, because if anybody over here leaks them or puts it out, they have the leg to stand on to say that y'all are the ops. Y'all gave the hate train ammo.
But they know exactly what the text message. They know where the text messages are because they got them too.
They know what they is. They know
They're
exactly
not
what
the
they
only
is.
text messages that. But wait a minute, that ain't the only text messages
I want
that's
to know
floating
which
around the
text
street.
messages we got. That's what you want to know. Which ones
We got them all, baby.
But see, Henny, the reason why he protect her so much because he got his own set of text messages that's floating around.
But this Dre, this the gag. His crowd is bigger because of High Tea. You think that nigga about to fuck his
I'm telling you.
He got to do shit. Dre, do you know
I don't see how you support Chrisean and you talk to Bree, but whatever.
I gotta take a tinkle real quick.
Okay, the TMI.
You know, I'm minding my business. If you support,
and you know they tried to do the same thing with me back when it was like, oh, this lie, that lie, that lie, that lie, that lie.
Oh yeah,
and in order for me to like defend myself, I would have had to put out personal information. And I was just like, you know, fuck it. I guess it is what it is. Yeah, fuck it. Bitch, I'm Cody Lombardi, bitch. God, I love yourself, bitch.
No, Zio has already trolled that because that was the narrative that was being put out about him. But the tea on that and the gag is that page has been out before Zio even came around.
Can I mention something else, honey?
Go ahead. I'm scared because I see your horns out.
Blue scare me. Blue Rock is fucking scare me because he is unusually quiet and bitch. I'm just saying, like it is.
Okay.
I just wanted to say, what's up, chat? What's up? 563 million people up in the chat. I do appreciate every single one of y'all. Don't forget to drop the Henny glasses, and don't forget to hit that like button because tea's going to probably be spelled here and there all over the place. But definitely hit that like button. There's a lot of people in here, and I think it kind of shows people who's really louder. When we roar and all that kind of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because you always want to talk shit. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna talk shit once in a while and pop my shit. But what I'm surprised at is I'm surprised somebody who normally runs around the chat rooms and runs around the lives is not here tonight. I'm surprised I haven't seen them bounce around anywhere. Maybe they're busy somewhere, in somebody's chat room, But I just wanted to drop a name DMO, and kind of wondering why they're so, hidden all of a sudden and not really popping their shit tonight. So I mean, it would be kind of interesting to hear what that person has to say. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Okay.
This is so petty.
So drop the freaking blue diamonds in the chat because if y'all are paying attention, y'all should know where we at, and it's going up.
He put them petty boots on.
And did.
But see, I respect
Petty
Blue
boots
Rock
with the blue
because
diamonds.
I respect Blue Rock because he always stayed, neutral. He was neutral in the situation. He never picked a side, but like he said, he couldn't help but to take Chrisean in most situations, her side. But other folks, they took a stance against Carlissa and her people. But why were you talking to Bree? Why is it no funk with smoke with Bree? And we sat there and heard her say things and coach and cheer Carlissa on. Even pull her eyes back on one occasion. So I just feel like a lot of people just been ops from the beginning and was tearing down from the inside. But luckily we caught it before they had a chance to just tear the sector down completely.
Dre, me and you ops. If I'm an op to you, right, Dre? Or if you are op to me, what's the number? If I did some dirty shit to you, say like if I stole some money from you or something, right? Or like me and you was friends or something, or anything, or any type of thing. If it's somebody that you don't like and they owe you something or they did something to you, what are you going to do to that person? What's going to be the first thought in your mind for that person?
If you did me something, I'm gonna get my get back. I'm petty. I'm gonna get my get back. I'm finna meet you in hell. So I hope you had a fan and an air conditioning when you started this, because that's where we going.
The worst type of deception is when you get to know a person and you gain that person's trust just to snake them. That is the ultimate worst deception. You want to know why? Because it's calculated. You're recording. You're taking the time out to do this and that. And when you get to the point in time to where you feel like you're bigger than the program, then what are you going to do? She doing to Chrisean to what she been doing to me. She been doing to Henny. She did it to Blue Rock, and she did it to several other people. You get close to people to snake them. When she would see people get close to Chrisean, she would start shit to get all this type of stuff and make people look at a person some type of way, right? So the gag is that I'm not even gonna sit up there because a lot of them people, like Zbanga said in his live tonight, let's get this money, let's get to the bag, let's get cool, let's do that. But let's not act like that's not why you up here, because high tea people gonna be coming to you. And when when high tea people stop coming to you, you won't get those views.
I wanted to mention something else because
Hold on. I just caught a piece of hot Henny that was spilled in the chat, but see the mods is on it so quick I didn't even get a chance to see it, but I saw it because somebody sent it. Nobody would ever. You are beneath me. I would never in my life cross paths and drop draws for your disgusting gutter bucket broke ass fucking gap tooth pussy mouth ass, you motherfucker. Don't you come over here my shit trying to spill lies and deceit in my chat. You would never get the chance to smell my pussy or a fart I make.
Oh, you must be gassy today. That's why you said fart.
The nigga dick I ride, you not even worthy to suck on, nigga.
So you be riding on your
Listen,
feet.
Honey, you know, I think we
Wait,
appreciate
wait, wait.
you
Hold
setting
on.
No,
that
you
straight.
trying to
I
come
just
up in
walked
this
away for
chat and
2
trying to
seconds.
be disrespectful. So
Who?
you want to get disrespectful? I'll get disrespectful.
And
You
I
bitch
get that,
ass
Henny.
swine bucket.
I'm just simply
You
trying to
call he calls himself no. Let's talk about it. You call yourself a fucking Chrisean supporter, but every chance you get, your content is on her siblings. Chrisean ain't never said your motherfucking name and it burns you up. That's why you had to try to sit close to motherfuckers whose names she did say.
Block it.
You ain't no real fucking friend. You're an
Ooh.
opportunist because you've been trying to sell people pages. Oh, I'll give you this page and you give me a 60-40 split with me getting 60. My nigga, I
Ooh.
respected you. I respected you when I came in this game. I did. I really did. But you showed me who you are and I fucking believe you. And for you to come up over here and try to put that type of nasty rhetoric out, how dare you? I don't fuck niggas who sleep on couches. I fuck niggas that got homes and cars, bitch.
Yo, get your
I was
friend.
about to say that he
Yo,
can't
get her,
entertain those lifts
please.
off of a couch though. I'm just,
Wait,
it's
what
just
happened? What?
it's not.
Okay, you know what? I'm scared to even ask in it because
No,
the
no,
New
I think
York
it's
coming out.
very clear. I think it's very clear what happened, right? Somebody came in the chat, said something about some bullshit narrative about, what she's kind of stating that she would never do, right? So obviously there might be a narrative floating that he's now claiming something so stupid like that, right? That's
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My mic was off. I'm sorry, brother. I ain't know. I'm sorry.
no. What I was saying, Henny, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But from what I was trying to say there, though, is that from what I understand right now, is they're all lining up. I think they're all, about to throw themselves down on the sword for her, for lack of better terms, right? From what I'm being told, they're all lining up and kind of exposing themselves of who's been in that group chat, I think, right? Which at some point it's expected. Remember, I said, this is not something that we don't expect. They're kind of lining everything up in the way that, I think a lot of us, including myself, is expecting for it to be. So at this point of where I expected this to happen, what I would like to say is, they've hammered in the idea that she was just venting something that happened. If we only knew what happened, she was just venting. Okay, fair. We don't want to know. We've already said that. But while you guys are dropping yourselves on the sword for her, maybe you can explain to everybody one by one while you're doing that. If she was just venting, then what was y'all doing when you was talking all that shit?
And no, I'm not the one that exposed the chat. Whoever that was that asked that, no, I didn't expose the chat. I would never be in no chat like that. So no, that wasn't me. But I did see everything that was said and it was horrible. But no, that wasn't me. Not you, Blue Rockets, in the chat, brother. The comments.
No, I'm good. Now, Henny, I did not want to take away from what you were saying there. I don't know if you wanted to kind of move on from that or if you kind of still wanted to speak a bit more about that, but ain't nobody gonna believe that shit. Like, come on.
I
now.
know, but it's just the fact that you even trying it. Like you came over here in my chat. Ugh, I feel disgusting and dirty. I apologize to the chat. And the whole thing is it's been a lot that has gone on. And right now, the reason why I'm pissed is because I don't like people playing with my top. Don't try to play mind games on me. And don't lie on me. Don't lie on me to try to make it salacious. I
And
don't
that's
play
sad.
that shit.
That's sad because everybody already knows anyways that in reality, Zbanga truly just wants to get bent over by Blue Rock.
I'm not doing this. Somebody get this man. Y'all get y'all brother, baby. Get him.
Wait, hold on. Can you repeat that?
Get him. Get y'all brother.
Wait, repeat
I'm in
that.
the
He
United
wants
States. I
me
can't
to
get him.
slap that ass with this pocketbook.
Oh
The
my God.
fuck?
What book is y'all reading out of? Let me turn the pages. What book y'all reading out of? What chapter y'all in? Because bitch, I'm behind.
I'm just saying the obsession, you know what I'm saying?
What chapter y'all in? Because I'm ready to get to that part of the chapter. Oh my God.
Listen, he couldn't scream any louder that he wants to be bent over, okay?
Listen, at the end of the day, it's
Don't
just
become me in
frustration.
trouble.
Oh, my bad. But it's just pent up frustration with everything. And when a motherfucker plays in your face and it's somebody that you once considered to be a friend or whatever, and now this shows you what they've been thinking the whole time. See, the whole time that I was going, nobody had nothing to say. I was going for 2 months. Nobody had nothing to say. It's awful funny how as soon as I came back to the sector, all of a sudden it's that sideways slick ass talking. You know, my granny always told me never trust a motherfucker with a gap in their mouth.
Listen, we can't say that. I don't know if y'all saw some of my photos here and there. You know what I'm saying? That's funny.
Listen,
No,
but you know
what?
you ain't got the gap she talking
Listen,
about.
the
Yeah, wait,
truth
I was
is,
gonna say, Henny, hold on. I got a gap too. Hold on. You mean a click between their teeth?
I was
You
just
can't
about
trust
to say
nobody with
that
a
Y'all
click
ain't got the
in
gap
their
she
mouth.
was talking
Yeah,
about.
I was about to
A
say
clit
that
in their
shit.
mouth.
Clit
I was
hanging
about
down
to say
between
But
that
them.
Drake,
shit.
can we really trust you though? Can we really trust you though?
When I ain't high.
Listen, I was about to say it has nothing to do with the gap. What it is it's the
It's
gum
the
drop
clit.
in between the gap.
Yes.
That little like clitoris that you have in between your gap.
Oh, so
It
y'all
makes them. It makes them real feminine, and it makes them.
Listen. And listen, we talking about listen, you know what we talking about. Don't y'all get sensitive on me. Okay. But y'all know there's a whole man in the boat in between them chiclets.
He look
That's
like
what we,
Let's say H Town in his mouth. Fucked
she
up ass.
noted.
not chiclets. No, cutie, I'm not doing this with you tonight. I'm not doing it. But I do need to laugh because I'm really keeping myself from being old Henny when old Henny used to read and bleed. And I know y'all love Henny bleed them, but they done got enough out of me for the night.
I got a question. Who said that it was a little man in the boat between his chiclets?
I did.
Lord have mercy.
Word in the
Don't bring
curb,
the
it wasn't
Lord in
even
this
his
conversation.
word on the curb, it wasn't even his couch. He had to move on without it.
They had a funeral for it.
Cutie, you muted. I know you talking.
I'm
Word
not
on the
saying the
curb,
word.
word
I'm
on the
just trying to
curb
turn
was
the
that
pages.
man's had to go get a real job. That's why he can't be on YouTube that much anymore. Word
Blue
on the
Rock.
curb.
Blue Rock.
He over there flipping burgers, you know. He talked about him so much they hired him.
Oh, my word today.
Even in New York flipping burgers, you still ain't sleeping on nobody's couch.
Word on the
I'm
curb
just
was
saying.
sister was like, nah, enough using mama. You got to work a little bit harder, brother.
Cousin Pam, you going to the water table.
He like a 50-year-old rapper that's just trying to be a rapper at 50.
Cousin Pam, please report to the water table ASAP.
Child, I cannot. I just, you know what? I am really like, I feel like it's crazy like how they just spin shit. And it's like it's sad that it took this long. And I don't mean sad like in a bad way. I think it's so crazy because I feel like it took us this long, but why do I feel like it's the right moment for everything to come out? You know what I'm saying? Because again, it's been plenty of people that had the opportunity to, you know what I'm saying, snake Chrisean. It's been literally people that have literally slept in the same house with Chrisean and never snaked her. You know what I'm saying? Trolling cool, but snaking her, exposing her, oh, let me get this money for doing this, that, and the third with her. It was always about like, even with her, like Hati was always about, oh, I do this, I'm with Chrisean, da, 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 da. And it's like, it was always about that. But it's like another thing too. It seemed like a lot of people that was doing little sneaky shit, they was getting mad because Marsh came back around. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I feel. I feel like the big thing is they mad because Chrisean and Marsh are like that cool. And one thing about Marsh gonna tell Chrisean what it is. She gonna be real with her. Marsha ain't never been no yes man. Even if they go back and forth behind the scenes, Marsha gonna tell her what she gotta tell her. You feel what I'm saying? And she gonna tell Chrisean the real. And that's why Chrisean cling to her.
Listen, at the end of the day, the point of all of this and the reason why everything came out is because this was something that hurt Chrisean. It hurt her. This was a betrayal to Chrisean. We get mad, we say things out of anger, but it should never be to the level that it got.
From their own people. May I add that too? From they camp, not over here.
Now, what goes on from this point forward, I don't really give a fuck because it's time to keep moving on. We've been calling unity for such a long time on this side of the sector. Unity needs to happen. Period. And the fact that no one is addressing it and trying to sweep it underneath the carpet and all of that stuff. See, accountability would have been coming out and saying, you know, I apologize to Chrisean, something. Because it ain't us. It's not us up here that's saying that you owe us an apology, but her people, Chrisean's supporters, are the ones that are reading, seeing, and in an uproar. And to come back the way that the comeback was, says you don't give a fuck. And that's insult to injury. That's wrong. You don't do people like that. But you see the type of character and the type of people that it is. When I make close connections with people, when I make friends with people behind the scenes, that's personal. I don't do that to the people that I'm personal with. And not only that, let me just say this. I'm not pussy. You said my name, I came. I opened up my panel for all of them that had an issue with me to come up here and air their grievances a long time ago. Nobody tapped the buzzer and came up. But it's crazy how they can all group together and gang up. When they need more than one person to come after you, that speaks volumes. And I'm going to say this. I don't give a fuck how they feel about anybody that came up here on this panel, because everybody that came up here on this panel was mentioned by them, not me. You tried to weaponize people against me and use them to weaponize it against the sector. But when you're a genuine fucking person, it speaks volumes. What you see is what you get. The only thing that y'all don't know about me is I am a quiet person. And anybody that was at the Diddy trial can tell you that I wasn't out there loud and with the crowd and all of that. Sometimes you'll find me even sitting amongst other people just to myself. I'm a quiet person. I don't fuck with nobody. But it comes to a point where you get tired of people fucking with you, but you know what? They're showing their true colors. They're showing you who they are. Because now their live became about who's over here and what's being said over here. And Henny, and Blue Rock, and Cutie, and this one, and that one. No, you're supposed to be talking about what's going on. Not sidestepping, not sweeping it under the carpet, not making it seem like it wasn't a big deal, because it would have been a big deal if it was anybody else. That's not a part of their little clique.
Clock it.
It would have been a huge deal. They would have been content forever.
But I can't question you if I did the same thing you did.
Clock
and you
it.
know that. So that's like, oh, Henny, why you say fuck that person? You like, Dre, because you said fuck the other person. So I don't get what you saying. Why we saying these words?
And the whole make it okay is because if we can make it okay, then everybody will be okay with the fact that all of us were in there talking. All of us seen it. Some of us liked it. We double tapped and hearted it. Oops, was I not supposed to say that?
Child, because I'm just saying.
So if
I
I can
better
make
not
it
see
okay, if I can make it okay, y'all trying to save y'all face and y'all ass. Cause shut up, Penny. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Y'all go ahead. This y'all show. I'm gonna shut up. Blue Rock, take it away. You got this.
Yeah.
So Gracefully Living says it's hard to trust anymore. I stuck with you, Henny, because it's just honestly being given. I remember when Cutie was talking about Chrisean, and I'm just shocked her insight has changed. Thank you for sharing that. But it's crazy because you know what I keep thinking to myself? Like I was so loud talking shit about Chrisean, but why was I the only one apologizing to Chrisean when I was just as loud talking shit? My apology and tears and all that shit, like that was just as loud as the shit talking. So if I had the nerve to apologize, why Hot T can't come up here and apologize for the shit she said?
Good point.
I'm just asking because I'm still the only one that apologized. So why Hot T can't apologize?
Clocked.
Oh, because she don't want to, because she said she was gonna burn the sector down. My bad. Oh, and she also said in the messages that she don't care if it get out. She said if it get out, oh well, she said she didn't care. And she also did say that she was going to expose Chrisean. She said she going to be quiet for now. That's what she had said, in case anybody missed it.
I can't take you seriously right now.
That's the whispering for me.
Is there another
They love
thing?
bringing up my name because at the end of the day, I don't give a damn. Like I'm the one came up here and said that I don't understand. Like why, you know, let's just say if lend me y'all ear, okay? I understand I'm a shit talking. I was shit talking Chrisean, but I don't understand why other people are not apologizing to Chrisean. I don't get it. Like I literally came up here. I'm the type of bitch. I'm gonna talk shit about a lot of people, and I'm vice versa. I mean, maybe possibly. I haven't really seen nobody talk shit like that about me or whatever. But this the gag. Like I just feel like you know what I'm saying. People really need to learn how to just open their mouth and apologize, regardless of what you feel about Chrisean. Like I get that, but with me, you never was lost on where I stood. If I was talking shit, I was talking shit and I made it clear. If I was sorry and I apologized and I made it clear. I ain't gonna keep apologizing because I done apologized enough. Bitch, for every apology I did, nobody else ain't even got one. I'm just saying. That's all. But let's stick to the facts though. No matter what I said, what was in the messages, shit, they got me beat.
And that's what I'm saying, right? So people are asking, "Oh, what's in the messages? What's in the messages?" And I know people want to know, but it's really not that, you know, that people really need to know exactly what was in the messages, you know. One person that does know is Melanie Martinez because she was in the group also.
Oh my goodness. My word today.
These
Wait,
red raindrops
what?
are sending me.
My word today.
Wait, who are we talking about? Blue Rock, you gotta stop being half a petty. Be whole petty, all right? Because you leaving
Poppington
us out on a lit.
picks
What?
up what's being put down, girl.
Oh, child,
I'm
my word.
high. I'm kind of slow right now. I can't do it.
Oh, Lord.
Just
I
watch
need
the ones
straightforward.
that's loud over there. Watch the ones that's loud over there because they was the ones talking the most shit.
Oh. Well, all I gotta say is that I better not know nobody name on that list. When that list get dropped, I'm that's pre-warning.
Just pay
PSA
attention.
pre-warning.
Poppington, when Blue Rock talk, just pay attention, baby.
Beady beady bum bum.
Beady beady bum bum. Rican. Yes.
And y'all know, that shit Yolanda did, bro. How she did
Spell the
Selena.
last name.
How she did Selena, because y'all know when Selena went to that hotel, Selena trusted her. Selena ain't think that woman was gonna do nothing to her.
And that's
And
why
baby, ooh,
people need to understand that it's a problem when other people get close to Chrisean. It's a problem if other people are getting close to Chrisean, right? Because Yolanda did not like that at all either with Selena, right? There's reasons why the resemblance is there, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? But like I don't know much more to say. Like you know, I'm just here chilling, you guys. You know, it's Friday night over here. For me on my side, it's like 1:30 in the morning. I'm just here chilling, kind of like how Mocha Brown was just chilling in the chat as well.
Not Mocha
Get him.
Brown.
Get him. Get him. Get this man. Somebody get him.
Y'all know what to do.
Somebody get this man.
So yeah, guys, so you're here on the late night at the press box, and it's going down. But I wanted to also bring up another person that people seem to forget about, Annie Oakley from the movie Misery.
Girl, I can't do this.
I'm your number one fan.
He chopped that nigga leg off so he wouldn't run from.
She hobbled him. She hobbled him. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But you know, at the end of the day, I really don't want to deal with any more toxicity in this sector. I just want to continue to work and do what we do and bring y'all the content that y'all love. I know y'all would love to see some of your favorite content creators teaming up and collabing together and all of that. And that's what we want.
Why you lying?
I'm so serious. I ain't talking. Well, girl, who you think I'm talking
We don't
about?
want to collab with them over there.
Did I
And
say
Henny,
anything about them over there? Ain't nobody talking about, girl, why you putting words in the sentences? We're not talking about them.
But I quit today. You remember, I'm not gonna be
It
in my
don't matter.
cubicle
You
no
can
more.
still come and be a special guest sometime.
Okay, yeah, because I said I wasn't gonna be at the cubicle, but yeah, I'm a sneak in the window, look in the window, come in and on top of the
Yeah, just peeking every now and again and pass on by, pass on by and say, hey, y'all.
I'm gonna tell the security guard she's stealing.
She's stealing all the liquor drink.
She's stealing.
Listen, that's okay because we don't get to drink liquor all the time.
Look,
Anyway. Everybody be at the water table.
Look, uniquely, she's stealing.
Baby, I'm not stealing like Blue Rock, because baby, Blue Rock came up in here and stealing and snatching them wigs off them hoes' head that was in them chats.
Listen, Blue Rock is in the smoker section. Okay, that's where he's at, over there in the smoker section.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm taking shots and I'm smoking. I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's sad what happened. It's sad what we had to see. You know, and it's sad what we kind of have to put out there. But at the end of the day, you know, for people who know what I've been through too, there ain't nothing those people can say on that side right now that's really gonna have me phased. You know, first off, I have to value you in order to value your opinions, and I really don't. So that don't really matter. And then secondly, I know who I am. I know what I'm true to, right? I know what hot tea is about. We've always kind of been, you know, trying to warn people when we can, right? And it's not a witch hunt, right? There's nothing to witch hunt about. It's been months. There's been months that we don't really say shit. It's been months that we don't really, but at the end of the day, when we see it coming out to really what a lot of people expected it to be, and when we see Chrisean kind of being put in harm's way, and when we realize, you know, just as what we've expected the cultivating Chrisean Rock fans in a certain way to now where you're turning some of them against her, you know, that's concerning. That's something that we couldn't stay quiet about. And even in us speaking about this, we still have not exposed certain things. People are writing me going, Blue Rock, if you show me what she actually said, then maybe I can unfollow her, or maybe I can say this, or maybe I can say that. I'm not trying to promote for anybody to unfollow her. If you can't use your own common sense to make that decision, you know what I mean? That's up to you, right? But what I am just trying to show you is that it's not what she claims to be. What I am trying to feel concerned about is I'm not trying to keep her in a position where she may or may not be making Chrisean feel uncomfortable right now. You know what I'm saying? Right? Chrisean don't come out and speak about everything and anything. For her to even think and to use her ego to believe that, oh, you know, me and Chrisean spoke privately, so Chrisean never came out and spoke about it publicly, so da-da-da-da-da-da. Why would she? Who are you? You know what I'm saying? So, but at the end of the day, that never stopped us from doing what's right for Chrisean. You know, sometimes she may be unhappy with, you know, what we're arguing about, or what, you know, and the sad thing is irregardless of what she said about, oh, I know Blue Rocks this, I know Blue Rocks that, this same team sat there, Zbanga, Hot Tea, Hot Chocolate, all of them sat there and still continuously try to push their narrative of what they want you guys to believe on how Chrisean feels about me and anybody else. You know what I'm saying? They never sat there and respected the idea of what she said. So there's a lot of things that they've literally blatantly played in people's faces about, you know, and unfortunately I am staying quiet about it. The fuck you expect that for? You know what I mean? And when I'm speaking the truth about what I seen, and when I'm speaking the truth about the bullshit that she said, why would I stay quiet when y'all sat there for months and spoke bullshit lies about me? It makes no sense. You know, so this is what it is. It's not a purposely set witch hunt. It is what it is. It needs to be spoken about. People need to know about this. I'm tired of watching her continuously reap the benefits of Chrisean's name when maliciously doing things in the background. As I said earlier, are we to sit down and let the recordings pile up? Are we to sit down and let certain things happen? Chrisean don't need to get on here and bleed anybody, because at the end of the day, sometimes we do the bleeding for her.
And I really wish that Treese would have came up here, because they not used to all of us being together. And I know it had like some discrepancies going on with me and Treese, but I genuinely don't have an issue with her. And I wish that we all could have came
Her
up
ass
here.
is sleeping.
Because honestly, once everybody comes up here and tell their story of what happened, when I was dragging her, I had people coming to me saying, hey, I want to talk about this, I want to talk about this, I want to talk about this. I'm not going to keep saying names, but it was several people that came to me in my chat and video called me and told me and begged me not to bother her anymore. I am so serious. I have nothing but receipts. Literally begged me not to bother her no more. But shit, I'm the one got money stolen from. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one that got, trying to help you, and I'm the one that got scammed. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us got scammed. And I think I agree with Henny. At one point in time, I did want unity, because I feel like we all, was wanting that. But I also feel like whenever we get to the point to where we ignore it, I'm not saying like light the fire, but I'm saying this not gonna stop until we get to the root of the issue. And at the end of the day, me personally, like, I just feel like they keep coming at people that have that potential. It's like with Henny, don't no person ever just come for Henny. They all gang up on Henny. Ain't no one person just gonna come for Blue Rock. They all gang up on Blue Rock. You know what I'm saying? And I get how narratives can be spun, because when you are friends with somebody and you will believe that they're going to tell you what actually happened, even when you wasn't in the sector, you think they're going to tell you what actually happened. And you like, man, I'm not going, nobody going to lie to me about a person. No, my friend said this and that's what it was. That's how it was with me in Blue Rock. I was like, shit, my friend said such and such. No, Blue Rock, when somebody's talking to you and they're your friend and they're telling you this person wronged them, they're telling you this person did that, you're going to believe it. You're going to believe it, because why would your friend lie on somebody? But I'm the type of person, if I know in my heart I wronged somebody, I'm going to apologize. I don't care if I come up here crying. I don't care if I embarrass myself. I don't care. Y'all have seen me crying so many times and apologizing to people so many times. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know. I just can't have it on my heart. And I wouldn't, like, when it got down to the point, I had to literally come up here and be like, look, y'all, this is what happened. This is what I did. I'm the type of person, if I know, once I find out that this is going on and da-da-da, and I know I got to make it right. That's just how I feel. Everybody not like that. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm just saying that's just me. That's the vibe I'm giving.
But that's being a decent human being, cutie. That's what people do. There's been times I've got up here and I've said content and I've stood on what I was saying, only to find out, oh, Henny, you did miss a part. This was such and such. And I've come up here and I've apologized. I've gone off on people and I've had to come back and apologize. I've cussed people out in the chat because I misunderstood what they were saying, and I apologize. It's called being human. But at the end of the day, I think everybody forgets that Chrisean is human. One thing that they said is actually correct. We create content, right? And we get paid from YouTube or wherever we're posting at for our content, be it Chrisean, be it Cardi, be it Megan, be it Whack, be it Young Boy, be it Young Thug, whoever it is, we get paid to do what we're doing, yes. But we don't get paid to hurt people. And that doesn't mean that Chrisean is not human. Some people only look at her as a bag because she's a hot topic and a hot commodity. And people know if they talk about her, the numbers are going to go up. But she's a human being. And that's one thing that this platform has always done, whether it's here or it's on reviews. We have conversation where people can actually expand their minds and look at her as human. But that's the difference. When somebody is just a bag to you, you don't give a damn about whether you hurt their feelings or not.
Oh shit, clock that.
When you just look at somebody as a bag, you don't give a fuck if it's going to make them feel a way, if it's going to affect their personal relationship. You don't care because they're just a bag. But when you realize that this is somebody's life that you're reporting on, and that the people that you're reporting on actually have feelings, you think different, you move different, you treat them like a human, you treat your topics with human, you handle things with care. You could tell who's in it for just the clout.
Child, I don't know if I can say this, child, so I'm just gonna hush.
No, go on and say what you want to say, because ain't nobody censoring what they saying elsewhere. Say what you know.
Child, I'm nothing. I'm about to text it to you.
Lord, you know everybody in here. We know. See. Blue Rock, how you doing over there in the corner? Because I'm envisioning Blue Rock sitting in the corner in a big cloud of smoke.
Not even. I'm sitting here going, cutie, text it to me. I'll say it.
Ha 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 ha.
Do you understand what
I
is going on?
cannot do this. I'm not doing this. I'm about to text you right now, Blue. Anybody else? I guess I'm gonna text
No,
y'all
make sure you
too.
text Henny too, just in case.
Look, my DMs is always open, and I look at every single DM. I look at every single one of them. I always have time when I make time. It may not be at the time you send it, but I'll see it for sure. When I go on my little poop break, basically I'm scrolling.
Right. Speaking about poop breaks, don't forget to hit that like button, y'all, because 550 million people in here, and there's about 400 likes, which we appreciate. So go ahead, hit that like button, because obviously there's new people in here, because we be nosy sometimes. And drop that Henny glass in the chat.
And the blue diamonds.
Every kiss begins with blue diamond.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm being nosy. Hold on 1 second.
I know I'm reading the chat right now to see what's going on in the chat, and I left my other phone outside. Damn. Oh yeah, I saw that, cutie. I saw that just now too. It was funny. I was like, and that's the funny thing about it, right? Is that the whole gag about why do they have the ops on this part? Why do they have the ops on that part? But the moment that somebody wants to jump on their panel, they go ahead and they do it anyways, right? The gaslighting, like I've always said, it was no different than when they were saying, oh, why is Blue Rock entertaining Ronnie? Why is Blue Rock entertaining Ronnie? And the moment that they had Ronnie over there, it was like stream after stream after stream after stream. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. The gaslighting's been occurring for quite some time. So it's no shock that, they would entertain all sorts of conversations over there at any given point. And what I believe it's no shock either is I'm waiting. You know what I'm waiting for, y'all? I'm waiting for the Grand Slam you know, I'm waiting for the performance because I know this is all being set up for their queen to walk out and to start bawling and to start playing the victim card and to start crying on live and to start talking
Not the
about,
fake cry,
you know, I'm waiting
please.
for
in
it.
this motherfucker
You know what I'm
saying
saying?
hello because it's been clocked.
Oh, bitch. Dana
I'm
pissed
waiting
Blue
for
Rock
it.
the fuck off, bitch. He's pissed.
You know, I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting to hear the, you guys don't understand how much it means to me that I'm waiting to hear it all.
Well, Zbanga said y'all was bullying him. That's how he started off. It's like they're bullying me. They
Bully,
ganged up on me and they're bullying me.
bully.
That's what he said.
Listen,
That's what
how about we
he
take
said.
a look at how about we take a look at people's channel and see who uses who for thumbnails? Who uses who for thumbnails talking pure shit about who?
Blue Rock. But wasn't they bullying Chrisean? Wasn't they bullying Chrisean in that chat? Zio with the fingers.
You understand?
Wasn't they bullying Chrisean in that chat with hot tea, hot chocolates?
Listen, nobody else is allowed to feel.
Okay, let me do this. Because I don't know if everybody has a magnifying glass in their or glasses in their
toolbox.
thing. But if you have seen, let me look at these emojis and see which one y'all should use.
If you have been personally victimized by Regina
George. Okay, so if you've seen the text messages, put the raising hand emoji in the chat. If you've seen the text messages.
Oh, well, bitch,
because I want to address something really quickly.
Let me put mine in there.
Wait,
Okay,
if
so
you see the text messages, what are we doing?
If you've seen the text messages, you're putting like a raising hand or a peace sign in the chat so that people know that you've seen them.
Can I put a middle finger?
Yes, you can.
Not
It's
the
a
middle
finger.
finger.
It's a finger. It's a hand. As long as it's a finger and a hand of some sort. Okay, so we see people are raising their hands in the chat that they have seen the text messages for themselves, because I just want it to be known who has seen them in the chat. Oh, let me put it on the screen so everybody can see the hands going up. I mean, it may be a little delayed, but there were hands. If you look down in the chat, there were hands. Matter of fact, I could go ahead and I can put them on the screen. So to address Tay, who says that it's being said that no one said anything wrong, bad in the conversation. Would you agree with that? The people who have seen the text messages, the hands that are going up. Would you say that this is an accurate, and the hands are still going? Do y'all still see there's hands still coming up? Here and there, they poking out. I mean, I guess y'all are on different spaces.
Because somebody on the panel just said that if Hot Tea would have never said what she said, then we wouldn't be here right now. And here goes Zbanga deflected, talking about some kind of, how y'all know Hot Tea, hot chocolate? Child. Somebody on the panel telling him if Hot Tea, hot chocolate would have never said what she said out in the chat and said it to Chrisean, we wouldn't be here. Clock it.
I'm just showing the hands right now, and then I'm going to show the responses. And it's just because, you know, I get that, you know, you say, you know, oh, I believe you, but that's not an accurate. See, hell to the nah. That's not accurate. I do not agree that nothing wrong was said. Okay, JT said hand. Okay, so they saw. Hell no, they don't agree that nothing bad was said. Okay, look. People are saying that that's not true. It's not true. No, messages were disgusting.
And then Zbanga say it's different from doing stuff in the public. They said that Hot Tea, Hot Chocolate didn't do it in the public, but other people have done it in the public. So as long as you talk about Chrisean behind the scenes, it's okay. Clearly,
That's
it's not
because
okay.
I very
wait. I can say no. Nobody want me to speak on that.
Please do.
I
Please, please,
I
Trey.
very specifically remember a point in time when I don't remember what was said in one of Henny's group chat. I think I said something about March or something. I forgot what it was. It was something minor. Remember that? Do y'all remember that? And then the screenshots went all over the net. And she was the biggest one advocating, oh, they're being messy in the group chat. Woo, 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 woo. Do y'all remember that?
But that's what I'm saying. How
Oh,
are you
no.
going to say it's private when all the content creators know there's rats in their chats? In every single chat you make, it's somebody playing both sides, somebody in there lurking, somebody in there just want to listen and screenshot shit. So that's a bullshit
Facts.
excuse.
And if she wants, and mind you, there's a bunch of Krishan supporters in that group chat. She's talking shit about Krishan in those group chats. If you have an issue with Krishan, do what I do. Pick up the phone call, pick up the phone, cuss her out, express yourself whatever you do, get cussed out, express yourself as a friend, as a family member, because guess what? Because you have that contact, you have that phone number. Why would I be on the internet trying to give Krishan a message on the internet? Anything that I say on the internet is not to give Krishan a message, it's to give someone else the message. So if she's saying it on the internet, it's to give everyone else the message. That's her trying to spread the message to whoever she was talking to that was in that chat. Because if you wanted Krishan to get the message, you could have picked her up, pick up the phone call, and you could have called her like a normal person, normal friend does.
I think she tried
But
to
you want to
do it
be
on
messy.
purpose. I think she did it on purpose. She tried to do a thing and then the thing turned around and did her. That's what I really think, because she sets up all these bullshit scenarios for content all the time. So I really think that that probably was a plan. Like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and I don't know what she was thinking, but if she was thinking, I hope she knew what the backlash of this was going to be, because there's no turning back from this. It's not. I'm sorry, and whoever stays on her side, yeah, y'all are ops now at this point, because I didn't even see the text messages, and I'm nosy. I don't even want to see them because everybody's saying how disgusting they are. I don't even want to see them because I'm this mad without even seeing them. So I don't even want to get my blood pressure up. But come on, you knew they was going to get leaked. So at this point, you did it on purpose. So you getting what you getting.
Like she want to kiki and talk shit. You know how it is when you want to talk shit with somebody. You want to talk. You feel me? You want to get your little kiki out. You want to get the validation of the little key that you're trying to get out. That little validation that you feel. That's what she tried to do. She want to get a little validation and she talked shit. Ooh, oh yeah. Do they feel the same way? Da da da. Ooh, bitch, you fucked up by bringing my nephew and my niece into anything. Look, what? You fucking crunch bar. You fucking black truck.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. You did not only talk about her, you talked about kids. And I don't understand why nobody is mad. Like Cutie keeps saying, like Krishan was upset. Like, why y'all defending the person that did it?
Y'all seen the video of Krishan. Like, what more do y'all want? Y'all want the exact details? Why would you want the exact details? What's the point? Fuck the details. The details don't matter. The context doesn't matter.
At this point, are y'all Krishan supporters or Hot T supporters?
Nosy. Yeah, like y'all nosy. I want the tea, every tea. I don't need to have every tea.
And that's just it. Again, if it was anybody else, this would not be going on. It would not be no, oh, it's not a big deal. Nothing bad was said. Nothing wrong was said. Nothing was said. It was okay. She was just venting. It was a private chat. It's all right. Well, guess what? Zio said what he said in the private chat. So why was it content?
Right. The other narrative that they're trying to push is that we want Hot Tea to come out and say something so that way it could be content. We don't want her to come out and say nothing. We know what she said already.
Exactly.
We could
Girl,
literally make
they
that.
never gave
We could
content.
make that content right now if we wanted to. You know
But
what I'm
we're
saying?
not.
Never gave content.
But we that's not even the intention. So they need to stop trying to gaslight people and make people think this. Maybe we don't. I'm gonna say this again. We do not want Hot Tea to come out and say anything else. If anything, just shut the fuck up.
Please and thank you, management.
Isn't this already about what she said?
Y'all. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I was listening. Bruh, let me tell you. Guess what Denai just did? You know what, Denai?
What did he do?
Y'all, Denai just said Zbanga. He said, well, if you're a true Chrisean supporter, wouldn't y'all be happy that this came out about Chrisean and Hot Tea, Hot Chocolate? When Denai said that, Wide Banger kicked him off the panel quick. I'm sorry. That shit was funny as hell.
No,
Hold
but
on.
that's crazy. But
And
that's
said that
crazy that
Henny made this shit. Henny?
Yeah, so they saying
Henny
that
made this.
they saying
Wait,
they
hold on. Listen to the spin. Because in the beginning of their live, they're saying that somebody that was in the chat that they thought was cool is
now
the
they
person who
saying
leaked it.
Henny.
Now Henny did it?
No, they saying you, Blue Rock. They saying the big three. So apparently the big three is you, Blue Rock, and who I think either Treese or me or something. I don't know. I think it's you, Blue Rock, and Treese. They were saying, oh, the big three put it out. But then the woman asked them, okay, but how did they get it?
That part. See, there's people that think still around these parts.
Is he mad because y'all ain't put him in the big three? He's mad about a lot of things.
Henny
Chrisean don't pay him no
exposed
attention.
messages
I want to
is
be Summer, Lex, and
hilarious.
Dolly so bad.
Oh my
Listen,
goodness, he's a pick me.
he's part of
Not
that.
the fact that
Part
there's
of that big
people.
three.
Okay, so everybody that put their hands up, y'all didn't get that shit from me. That's hilarious. See what I'm saying? Everything is spun on somebody else. Here, let's go back to this point. It doesn't matter if Jesus Christ himself leaked the text messages. There should have never been any messages of that magnitude ever typed out into a private chat, a paid chat. It don't matter. That type of rhetoric is foul. It's hate page narrative. Are you kidding me? And there's people that are probably over there sucking on his gap clit. Yes, Queen Banger. Yes.
I'm
Oh
not
my
doing
God,
it.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
I want to kick it like a
I'm
soccer
not.
ball.
Was that bad? Was it really? Emo
And
was in here and her jaw just dropped. Was it
I don't
that
really want to
bad?
get too much into this, but
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Zbanga is still over there daydreaming about men giving men head and trying to figure that shit out.
Oh my
You know
God.
what I'm saying? Like
Wait, what?
Zbanga, I like I said, I don't really want to get into it, but at the end of the day, Zbanga, you need to calm the fuck down, bro.
For real,
These
he
niggas be
tweaking.
obsessed with
You know
all
what I
the
mean?
dudes in the sector.
You're too caught up over the
Too
idea
freaked out,
of
gang.
focusing on the wrong thing. Like I said, you're 10 toes behind hot tea, hot chocolate,
Where's the
and
streaming room?
everything is proving that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was about to say Zio, mute yourself. Fuck. But that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like you're too focused on throwing yourself on the sword here, and you're just showing your true colors that you don't stand 10 toes behind Chrisean. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, so continue to show the people. We just sitting back watching y'all self-destruct. You know what I'm saying? When Hot Tea Hot Chocolate sat there and said she gonna blow the whole shit down, the joke's on fucking y'all because y'all didn't realize she was talking about you guys.
Blue Rock, if we find out that anything has been done behind Chrisean back, I'm talking to everybody. If we find out that anything has been done behind Chrisean back, or everybody think of the person that you love genuinely, that's your ace boon coon. If you find out that something has come out about that person from another person, that's gonna be like, damn, thank you for telling me, because this motherfucker talking about my friend. I don't like that. Why is everybody upset over there that this has been exposed?
Listen,
Because
let me say
sorry.
this. If you my friend and I'm trusting you and I find out that you've said some of the most egregious shit about me behind my back, we ain't friends no more. We ain't cool no more. I don't want to hear shit from you no more, because I would have respected it more if you would have came to me with it.
And how can I trust you?
And if you my friend and I find out you talking about my family, we got a problem because that's my family. I can say what I want to say about my family. You can't say what you want to say about them. And honestly, that's why I stopped dragging the siblings. I will discuss
Okay,
what's
has
going
Treese
on.
ever talked about Chrisean?
Who?
Has Treese ever talked about Chrisean?
No.
Okay, so he lying again. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
So now everybody has
He
talked
said that
about
you
Krishan.
and Henny, he said that he said he's been on the phone with you personally and Treese personally, and he said both
Mhm.
you and Treese have talked about Chrisean. That's what he just said.
Yeah, but he also said, and I'm not trying to call you out, Cutie, because we know you've
No, no,
already,
brother, I know, no,
Thank
no.
you.
we know
I
you've
know
already
he
said what
lying.
you said, but he also turned around and said that he sat there with people and looked at doctoring receipts and doctoring
Yes,
this and
clock it.
you know what I'm saying? So at
Yes,
the end of the day, like I said, the credibility of this loose
yes.
ball is kind of funny, right? Also, you know, and Henny, please, you know, correct me if the sentiments are correct. Is like he can call names as much as he wants, but when it comes to certain names, it's like unless you know Treese is here, I don't really want to be discussing anything that has to do with her.
Right.
Oh,
He
sorry, Treese.
can,
I didn't mean no disrespect. Y'all right. I'm
you
sorry.
know,
No, no,
no, no, no,
no.
no, no. I hear
I
you.
answered that question because I can, but Treese can come. Y'all know Treese will put her Air Force Ones on, lace them bitches up, and come stomping on her own.
No, exactly. And with that being said, you know, Treese has already mentioned anything that she would have remotely said about Krishan, right? And I'll leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, ain't nobody got tea on nobody. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But like I
And
said,
I
he's
think
gonna
it's wrong to constantly just keep saying her name because I noticed in a lot of that he just keeps saying her name, and it's just to me it's just too many times for comfort, and it's like I don't understand why you attacking her instead of Hot T when Treese didn't do nothing.
no, exactly. And I know you mean no harm at it. I'm just saying, you know, so that and I'm pretty sure we all stand, you know, in the same thought process of just knowing that at the end of the day, you know, that's solidarity for you. You know, we ain't gonna sit here and speak about Treese knowing that Treese is part of the sector and she's not here to speak about herself, right? She's sleeping, right? But Hot Tea and all those people in the bushes, you can, you know, we know you there, right? Like we see your story posts is talking about the same shit, knowing that shit's happening. So I mean, whatever.
Oh, they on
Um,
here. They on here and they burner account right now.
I got a question
I
though.
but
Yeah, they're
what I
on
would
here
just
on the burner account talking about what's going on over here
I
yeah,
got a
instead of
question.
talking about their people that did what the sector is in an uproar about.
I just have just a small question.
Oh
Why is
shit.
he always hearing what somebody said negative about Krishan?
Because he always talking. I
He
bet you
no,
he
he
got mad.
always
I bet
around
you
the
he says
negative
mad
the
shit
people
about
that
her.
don't right. He
and just
always around somebody that don't like her. He always hearing who said what, how they said it. Why won't you say what you said? Because I remember somebody calling her a stupid black bitch. So let's just
Well,
talk
you know
about what
what?
she said.
Birds of a feather flock together because Patti did this to Krishan and Benga did this to China.
Big facts, because Banga in China was cool as a motherfucker before they fell out and he started making her content.
I say snakes
Big
like snakes.
facts.
Snakes
look
ain't
at the character. We're just dollar
That's
signs to
why he
these
don't
people.
find nothing wrong with it.
We're just dollar signs to these people. They don't care about us. We're not humans to them. We're just content. We're dollar signs. We're gigabytes. We're
And
storage.
let's think about it. Let's think about it. There was a misunderstanding. There was something that was said that he said that he didn't say, and it ran too far. And everybody talked about everybody. But now it's still dragging on. And Krishan has said she don't like her family being drugged. Let that sink in. Krishan said, I don't like when I stop dealing with someone and you guys stop dealing with them. She said, I don't like my family being drugged. Hmm.
She also ended it off with support everybody.
Damn, Pat Williams was right. This is the year of all y'all niggas being exposed. Everybody.
Henny, you're on mute. I'm not sure if you know that, but yeah, you're on mute.
I was wondering why everybody's
Yeah.
overhead start showing. They just ball. You know, they had that Carleta syndrome going on. You
And
know,
everybody needs to lose their edges.
yeah, they was losing
Everybody.
their edges. They, you know,
But
they
you know
hairline
what?
receiving and shit.
Isn't it crazy though how they're not focusing on what they're trying to talk about, right? Their title and everything is Chrisean and Hot Tea Drama or whatever, but in reality, the title should have been the history of the way they see it for Blue Rock Tea TV, Hennessy, and Latrice, right? But they're gonna continue to change, chase the clout of the name and so on and so forth, right? Hennessy, shout out to you, for appropriately setting your title, right?
I mean, but
Right.
at the same time, we're actually more on task
You
than they
understand.
are.
You understand. And that's what I was about to say, right? Because in reality, what they're doing is they're trying again to deflect, right? They're trying to go through what they believe is already the narratives and the files that they've created on us and the messages that they've put out there on us and narratives. So they're trying now to just relive that and to, because like I said, to them, it's the wheel that worked before for some of the people that are watching them, right? So it's the wheel that they're going to try to use all over again. Oh, Henny did this, Henny did that. Oh, let's talk about when Henny was out there and chilling with Denot, but let's not focus on when Hot Tea was collabing with Denot and all that kind of stuff and doing lives with him. Let's not focus on that though, because that wasn't an issue. Not that I'm saying talking to him or not talking to him is an issue, but I'm just saying this is the way that they choose to present things to the people that they want to gaslight. You get what I'm saying? It's the always, let's look over here at the left hand because we don't want y'all to look at what the right hand is doing. You know what I'm saying? But it's too late, y'all. They've already seen what y'all doing there. Everybody is already seeing what's going on. So it is what it is. Like, you're caught. And you didn't even care. Your leader didn't even care. She said, oh, wow, if these messages get out, then I know it's one of y'all that burnt me. One of y'all, one of the hate people that I'm cultivating.
So the big three internet granny is a post that was made yesterday and we all shared it. The big three is me, Blue Rock, and Treese. Right? So that's why they keep referring to the big three. But the big three shouldn't even be the topic of conversation. It should be the text messages.
They big mad over the big three. I'm telling you, he's upset. Listen, it's sad to be the stepchild sitting in the corner. Think about it. The big when she called for all of y'all to come up there, she ain't say nothing about him, even when she was saying content creators. Hot T was the one that brought his name up. She don't never say anything to him, shouts him out, reposts none of his shit. He's the ugly stepchild sitting in the corner. So he's mad. He's mad.
But I don't see
But
none of
that
the
ain't got
other
nothing to do
content
with us.
creators. But none of the other content creators that wasn't mentioned didn't have an issue because they understood the situation. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
understand.
but
But
if he's
it
sitting under,
wasn't that wasn't the situation. He making it that. You know what I'm saying? To defer away from the situation that's at hand. He making it about the big three instead of making it about hot piss, hot.
Well,
Instead
I'm
of
gonna
making it
say
about.
this. Oh, I'm sorry, Dre. I'm gonna say this. This is my absolute to infinity and beyond last time doing a live like this, addressing shit like this. The way I feel about it is if you feel I'm an op, then do what you gotta do, unfollow. Don't come in my chat, don't sit in my bushes. But if you enjoy the content and if you can see what's going on for yourself, you're welcome to stay. I'm not going to keep going back and forth and dealing with this because this has been going on for a year and some change. And instead of us talking about Chrisean being at the concert right now or whatever, we're addressing a content creator beef, and it's taking away from what you guys come to see. It's taking away from my talent. Being out there at the Diddy trial opened me up to see that I have potential to come up out of this box, to actually flourish, that I have what it takes to actually go and report like a real journalist. It pushed me to the limit, dealing with the elements, sitting on those hard ass benches for 2 months, having to take notes. It felt like I was back in college, taking notes and trying to keep up with what's being said because you don't have a transcript to read from, observing what's going on, delivering the content. It showed me something bigger. And yes, this sector is my foundation. I'm not going to forget my foundation. But even on my other page, I'm trying new shit. I don't have time for this. I'm watching a court case on court TV. Today was day 6. And I'm trying to put all my notes from watching the court TV trial together to come give y'all the whole case. I should have gave it to y'all in bits and pieces day by day, but I'm learning as I go. I don't have time for this shit. You want to know what? Zbanga, I am your op. And everybody that's up on that panel, I am your op. I'm the opposition. And I don't give a fuck about none of y'all. Because what y'all shit don't make me eat. I'm trying to do something with myself. I gave my whole life to my kids, and now I'm doing what I want to do. Because my kids are getting to an age where they are almost of age to be out there in the world exploring and learning. I don't have time to deal with this. I've got grown ass kids. Okay? I got a son in prison. I got real shit that's going on in my life. You think I give a fuck about a motherfucker I don't know in real life? You've never sat down and had a conversation with me in real life. I've never cried on your shoulder about anything that was real personal. I don't know you. You don't know me. Keep it that way. I'm done with this shit. It makes us look stupid and goofy on this side. And I'm being honest. You don't see Tasha K and Jason Lee beefing and going back and forth with one another. You don't see Fox 5 fighting with ABC or NBC or CBS or CNN. You don't see any of that happening. So why does it have to happen in this sector? Every now and again, a content creator or a blogger may step on each other's toes. They have their little beef in their exchange. They go on about their business and continue to report. This shit has dragged on for a year. I don't give a fuck about being the queen of the hill. What I give a fuck about is being the best blogger, content creator, independent journalist that I could fucking be. That's what I care about. I care about seeing how far I can go. Being the best person that I can be. I'm not in competition with nobody except for myself. And I know that's such a cliche to say. But why do you think I'm always changing up my layouts and all of that? Because I'm competing with me. I don't even really care about being the first to say something. I want to be the most accurate. I don't give a fuck about the lies they're spewing over there because it's lies. It's lies. And you're spinning away from the topic.
100%. And Henny, right now they're also, sorry, I had to say, but they're trying to use fear. They're trying to use fear tactics now, right? It's the whole, they're just trying to push Hot Tea to the edge to see, y'all don't know what she could post and did it. Like, so are we supposed to be afraid that she has information on Chrisean? Like, I don't get what it is that they're really trying to say. Like, because to me, I want to say it again. We're not pushing Hot Tea to say anything. You know what I'm saying? We already have enough information that could bury her. We already have enough information that could do that to Hot Tea. Like, so it's not a matter of, oh, we're waiting for Hot Tea to come out and say it. Hot Tea can come out and say wherever the hell she wants, and I would not run what she said about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would not run anything Hot Tea says about it. So for them to try to, run with the narrative about, oh, Blue Rock just wants this because that's what he does. He's a T page. He's a T page. I have a list of shit that I did not run as a T page that's been transpiring for how long now, and for months, and in the last couple weeks, and all these kind of different things. And I don't need to list it out or anything like that, but I'm just saying, at the end of the day, anybody with critical thinking knows that I don't run just everything and anything. You know what I'm saying? But the fear tactic stuff needs to stop. Like, nobody needs to sit here and be afraid of what Hot Tea Hot Chocolate might do. Nobody needs to feel any type of fear about what Hot Tea Hot Chocolate may do or may not do. That's not what we're talking about. Even Chrisean shouldn't feel that way, and I don't think she does. But in any event, that's the idea, right? So Hot Tea just needs to humble herself, you know what I mean? So this is not an idea. So stop pushing the idea of that, oh, we're trying to pull her out so she can say this and that. Nah, I'm still wondering what the fuck you did to begin with. So I ain't trying to have you do any more stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? So stop with that narrative. I'm just, to me, it's like, listen, they can fool the delusional with that, but I know really the critical thinkers that are over here know that's just bullshit. But I have to mention that because once some of the delusionals, get off their lives over there, they're gonna come over to Henny's channel at some point and want to listen. So, for those delusionals that's listening right now, y'all really need to get it together because it's just looking sloppy. It's looking like a hot mess. You know what I mean? Hot tea, hot mess. So, but like I said, watch the queen sitting back, right, doing absolutely nothing while everybody else is trying to clean it up as usual, right? The other thing about fear, it's like, bring it on, because at the end of the day, you're just like any other hate page in my eye and in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Just as much as they come out here trying to talk shit nonstop, you're just gonna probably try to repeat the same shit that you've heard anyways, right? And ain't nobody gonna really pay any attention to you, as they don't really pay attention to half of them, right? So at the end of the day, go ahead and do what it is. But if I were you, I would do absolutely nothing, right? But what I want the Chrisean supporters to know, or anybody who feels that, being afraid of any type of blackmail tactic out there, is that there's no need to be afraid. There's also legal procedures and stuff that you could do to avoid certain things from happening, right? If you don't want it to. But at the end of the day, she's not no person that holds any type of weight in any type of situation that she believes she does. She ain't no big bad wolf that's trying to blow the house down or anything like that, or has the ability to actually do that. The other thing I want to talk about is solidarity, because I don't know about y'all, but I see a lot of solidarity in the sector. I know there's some bullshit among some of us that's happening, but I do see a lot of solidarity in the sector. If you guys take a look, our stories are full with sharing, different people who are vlogging and blogging about the situation, whether it be, a fan page or a T page or whatever the case may be. We do share others, out there and stuff like that. So the solidarity is there. Chrisean has a ton of support. So if y'all are sitting there scared, or they're putting fear tactics into you guys that, oh my God, what's going to happen to the support? Chrisean has a ton of support, and the support pages grow every single day nonstop. So it's not something to be concerned about. What you want to be concerned about is getting rid of the fake support.
That part. That part. Um, is there anything anybody else wants to say?
I'm going to jump off, y'all, though. Thanks so much for having me. I'm going to still be listening, but I'm jumping off. All right. Thank you again.
Absolutely no problem, Blue Rock. Poppington, do you have anything, Dre?
Go ahead, Pop.
Listen, just don't come over here with your BS. That's all I gotta say. Like, I'm not playing with none of y'all. I don't care. I told y'all I'm not a church lady. I'm not trying to work on myself. I'm only 5 foot, so I can't be the bigger person, and I don't know grace. So just leave me out of it. If you don't want to get cursed out, don't come over here. Don't come for nobody that's Henny Gang, and definitely don't come for Henny, or you gonna get like 10 toes down. I'm a Chrisean supporter, but I'm also a Henny Gang member. Like, I'm gang down. Okay. We not playing that. We be over here, we mind our business. Y'all always want to pull us into stuff and then get mad when people react. You can't get mad when people react. And Banger, for real, like, you need to concentrate on going to the welfare office and get you a little bit of food stamps and some help to get you off your sister couch, because you never gonna have a chick or a dude, whatever you into. I don't know what's going on with you. Also, maybe you need to try to reach out to Dr. Trav to help you out with that little hanging thing in between your teeth. I don't know what you need to do. And stop saying you from New York, because we don't want you. We throwing you away. You getting thrown in the East River at this point, because we don't
He's
want
from
you.
Jersey. I'm sorry.
Yes. No, you from upstate. Well, no, I can't even do
No,
that.
that's still
Nah,
New York.
that's still New York. Yeah, you from Jersey. You definitely from Jersey.
No
Like,
offense to Jersey.
stop it. Nobody cares. You're over there lying now because your narrative that you wanted to spin can't get spun. So it is what it is. Like, y'all got caught.
Exactly.
Everything that is done in the dark comes out in the light. And as my grandmother always said, if you don't hear, you're gonna feel. And y'all feeling right now. Don't be mad at us. We didn't leak anything. Your own peoples did. This is just like this whole Charlie Kirk thing. Why you mad at black people? Your own people did it. Don't be mad at me. So, and that's all I gotta say until y'all say something else, because I'm gonna come every single time. That's just it.
Dre?
Exactly. Shit, clock it. Cause that is ridiculous. I'm just like, and then when people was asking, they was like, okay, well, what about Chrisean? What about how Chrisean feel? That hurt Chrisean. And that's what people was talking about. It's not even just about the messages. Push that to the side for a moment. Chrisean was on live. She was hurt. That is what has people concerned and upset, because she was hurt by what was said. She was hurt by what came out of Hati's mouth. And that is what we're talking about. At this point, it doesn't matter who put out what. We already know it was somebody from y'all camp that did it, but we passed that. It's the fact that from what happened from over there where y'all was at, you feel what I'm saying? Like, no.
Yeah.
Oh,
Only
cutie.
thing I
They're
gotta say
talking
is
about you now. Oh Lord. Listen,
who
this is not a marathon.
who
Okay.
talking about who?
They
They
talking
talk
about
about
cutie. Talk
Oh,
about me. Go tell them to talk
okay.
about me.
Tell them talk
Go
about
ahead.
me. So I don't argue with Muppet Babies. Um, I don't argue with people I can't understand what they're saying.
You're talking about Z Booty Hole?
Yeah, you know everybody over there. They just high tongue dog catchers. I can't understand nobody. So I ain't got time to. I ain't got nothing to say to that person. Just that you a hate page and you're being exposed as a hate page. She's a hate page. She's being exposed as a hate page. I guess y'all want to see what it was like on the wild side. Now y'all see what it's like. You know. Um. God bless you in your edges, and everybody needs to go ahead and get off their mama couches. You know, and get off their sister couch and stop lying and saying they baby daddy ain't there just to get money and we hear him in the background clear as freaking day. And get off Krishan tip. That's just it. You don't. I fuck with her. I rock with her and the baby, and I duck with her, and I rock with her and duck with her, and same thing with Henny. So y'all got something to say about them? Say it about me as well, cause I'm coming from here on out. I will bless your platform.
That's
Thank you,
crazy.
Henny. And shout out to everybody, Cutie, Zio, Blue Rock. Shout out to y'all. And you know, Pop and Henny is one love all day.
Audrey.
Big Dre and them up. Can't house. Something going on.
It's
Blue
crazy
Rock
how it's
came
just
back. Blue Rock, did you have a final thought? And maybe he didn't mean that.
And I will say something to the point to
Oh.
where everybody
Hmm.
is upset over the person who leaked the message. I feel like whoever's upset at the person that leaked the message is a part of the problem
mm-hmm,
because Judas had to betray Jesus.
Hmm.
mm-hmm,
It
yeah.
was destined. It was
Mm-hmm.
prophesied. In order for XYZ to happen, Judas had to ABC.
You absolutely right. Because you sat there. If it wasn't for the fallout, you wouldn't have said nothing.
Judas was biblical. Judas was destined. Judas was prophesized. The person who leaked it was destined. The person who leaked it was prophesized.
I see where you're going with it.
It was meant to happen. And now that it's happened, man, it ain't nothing that a bunch of us ain't already knew. Now it's just the truth coming to light. And what's my motto, my message? One day it'll all make sense. One day it'll all make sense. We already won. We already won. One day it'll all make sense. Y'all gonna see. Everyone gonna see. Time will tell. Time will tell. And my message to Zabutt Face and Hot Crunch Bar is this: get a life.
Period.
That's it. Please get a life.
Period.
Pray to God. Go take care of your childrens. Find a spouse. Do something, because being a stalker is not healthy for you at that
Bitty bitty bum
age.
bum.
It's not.
No,
Bitty
ma'am.
bitty bum
No, ma'am.
bum.
Bitty bitty
Bitty
bum
bitty
bum. A
bum
bitty bum.
bum.
Bitty
I was
bitty
giving
bum.
him background music.
I'm not
Bitty
doing
bitty
this.
bum bum.
It's not
Bitty
healthy.
bitty bum bum.
Like,
Okay, I'll stop.
think about it. Look at all the work you did. Look at all the work you did for all these years to tarnish my name, to split up, to divide, to do all these things, to push your own
Ooh.
narrative. Look at all the time you put in just to see your empire crumble before your very toes. But everyone else is flourishing. Everyone else is
Crazy.
flourishing.
Wait a minute. True Scorpio said, I was in China's live when she prayed for all Krishan's enemies to come out to the light, and look at how things are going now. A bitty bitty bum bum.
Bitty, bitty,
Bitty bitty
bitty,
bum
bitty.
bum.
I'm not doing none of this with neither one of y'all heathens. With neither one of y'all heathens. I'm not doing it.
Well, Cutie, do you have a final thought? Because, before we close
Hell
down, we
yeah.
always give a final thought, because we're not about to sit up here and run marathon lives. We've said all that we need to say. Okay. We don't need to keep going. All right.
I got
They
one
can
sentence.
continue to go over there and talk about everything except for everything that
truth.
we have already said, because what we've said over here makes sense. And I appreciate all of you that was in the comment section fighting down and getting deleted, because y'all comments was getting deleted. And yeah, I'm gonna hold it to my final thought. But go ahead, Cutie.
I
I know
got
you
one
want
sentence
Okay.
just to let everybody know Chrisean did nothing wrong. She did not do anything wrong. And she did not cause this. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah. It's just girls want certain people want their moment. Certain people want their moment. That's all.
And that's it. And I'm just gonna say it one more again. Everybody that came up on this platform, Denat, Zio, they were brought into this conversation. Okay. I wish Treese was up so she could have came up here. I wish Carleta was up so she could have came up here. Because at the end of the day, they wouldn't have been up here if it wasn't for them being brought up. But you
I'm
brought
over
them up.
here. I'm over here filming, going from house to house, filming this reality show. People looking at me like, we got deals. You over here on this thing. I'm like, look, I got y'all. Give me a second. You feel me? Because this is important to me. This is my sister. At the end of the day, I'm gonna take a moment to acknowledge what's happening in my sister's world, because I may not be in it as how I used to be back then, because I'm in my own world. But I'm gonna take a little second. I'm gonna see what's going on, and I'm gonna give my truth, because that's all I've ever been doing since the beginning, is give my truth. And I actually am delighted and elated to see the downfall of this crunch bar. Anything to see the downfall. Anything to see the truth come out. Yeah.
So, thanks again, you guys. Real recognizes real. And when you're real, you don't have to fake shit. Period. So, with that being said, I'm gonna thank everybody for coming out and chilling at the press box, late night at the press box. I definitely will see y'all tomorrow. Thank you, everybody that came up on the panel and spoke. Thank you guys for defending the truth, even though you were getting deleted for speaking the truth. I appreciate y'all. That lets me know that people are still paying attention and they're not in a slumber and able to be rocked to sleep. And before we go, I'm just going to say, a beady beady bum bum. Beady beady bum bum. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Have a good night, everybody.